Yeah, Dasha, put your penis away. It's too big.
Yeah. Give him one. Give him
I'm
one.
sorry.
Well deserved.
Welcome back, Bench Roamers. We have a lot to discuss. Manchester United changed their season around with another win at Southampton. Liverpool have been backed up, so they took the laxative of goal scoring and shit out a ton of goals, scoring 9 past Bournemouth, except Salah. Man City come from behind again. Mendy taught him something, right? I guess. Too soon. Too soon.
Too
that?
soon.
Oh,
Too
damn.
soon.
The Invincibles are back.
Again, too soon.
West Ham finally get a win.
And a goal.
Kane
And a goal.
And a goal, that's right, yeah. And Kane proving that August is just a month. Here we go. You are the Bench Warmers. Welcome back to another episode. I'm sorry, guys. That joke was it was there. I had to take it just like when you did, but you know.
Wow.
So yeah, a little. Before we get to housekeeping, I'm gonna be your host. My name is Eric.
Nico Nick.
John, aka Gat.
Diego Stat Troll.
And Josue Dyer.
Or horse. And behind the scenes today, back in action, and that's when we're back in the studio.
Marco.
Our crack producer, Marco. Round of applause for Marco. Let's go. Yeah.
Benefits of having a laptop that's actually made in this country or something, or wherever it's made, I guess. So.
Yeah, no Habibi laptops over here.
Alibaba.
Alibaba. Chill.
But yeah, it's a little housekeeping. We appreciate all the support and all the connections that through Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. So if you have any suggestions, if you want to come on the podcast, please reach out to us. Everything is down below. And the listeners and the viewers, we really appreciate any comments, reviews. That goes a long way to getting more exposure. And yeah, a lot of fun things coming up. Some of us will be at Fan Fest coming in October.
October 15th, 16th.
Mid-October.
So I'm gonna try to. We're definitely going Sunday, right?
We're trying to get out there on Sunday.
Trying to go both days, but I am gonna be there for the weekend. I believe I'm gonna make it a weekend thing, so because we haven't been anywhere. So
That's good.
I'll try to get Rebecca. Say hi to Rebecca Lowe out there.
Rebecca Lowe, if you were watching this, please
Just
skip.
hi.
Please tell me you skipped to this minute of the episode and not from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, if you did, I mean, I don't blame you.
All right, continue.
Well, look, I've missed you guys. I'm missing you guys. Marco, I'm happy you're back as well. But I do want to get this going because we have a lot to go over.
Yes.
So I do have an opening question for you, and just given the game week we have ahead of us, because we have recap and gaming predictions, because we have games tomorrow, Wednesday,
And Thursday.
and then again on the weekend, and then Champions League, and then another game week. So we have a
It's gonna
lot
be
to
great.
discuss. So given all that, my question to you guys
Oh,
today:
shit.
who do you think will feel the most impact from this congested schedule?
Ooh. Most impact.
Yeah,
I'm gonna answer first.
Negative thing, however.
I'll answer first. I'll say it probably in a negative, kind of just jumping the gun, but I feel like Liverpool might be struggling a little bit, and not through their own fault, but because of all the injuries they have, especially in the midfield. Darwin not being match fit because of his suspension, and you have Jota, which hasn't shown up yet. I haven't been updated on whether he's training or not, but it's good that they kind of put the afterburners back on with Bournemouth, but going into a heavily congested run, I think it's like there's like a space of like 9 days where they play like 3 or 4 games, something like that, which includes the Champions League, which is another tournament that they want to start off with the right foot. I think Liverpool might be feeling the strain a little bit on their team sheets. So that's my vote.
I actually would second you on all the points you made. I second that as well.
Just copy paste.
Yeah, literally, honestly, that's what I was going with as well. Because I mean, you guys are already suffering now as it is without the midfield, without Thiago. You guys have a whole injury list right now.
Yeah.
So we've seen what happens, especially during the regular season, without the congestion we have right now. How much not having depth matters. Now with the congested schedule, so many games, depth is going to be, I think, the theme of the season.
It's gonna be key.
I
for
think I would
everybody.
also worry about you guys, about Arsenal too. I mean, we're seeing it now with some of the injuries you guys already have and the teams that you're putting out there. I mean, they're still strong enough teams, but with the congestion, and you guys have Europa to also consider as well. I
Which
think
we
that
didn't
Greatest European competition in the world.
Facts.
By the way.
facts, for real.
This
Dear
sounds great.
God.
I think
So
right
we're already feeling the strain now with just a couple injuries. Now to add congestion on top of that is going to
Who-
be tricky for you guys.
Who would you say is more at risk right now, us or you guys?
Arsenal or United?
Mhm.
Oof. I would say probably United because I feel like at least Arteta has a trusted 11 that he can turn towards, and Ten Hag literally feels like even though it's working right now, it literally feels like he's still working it out. Like he still has to find out who's going to be there, and then we have to obviously kidnap Frankie De Jong at the wedding, so we have to wait for that operation to come through. But yeah, I think probably United because on top of having to figure things out, you have to make sure that you don't pick the wrong 11 for 1 week. And then the next week, especially if there's an injury, you're like, damn, now I'm gone. 1, 2, 3 options, which I was relying on for the league. I feel like United's probably on the lower end of that scale.
We're both in Europa as well. And
Greatest European competition in the world, by the way.
All day. But Nick, who do you think is gonna feel the best or the worst?
I think for the near future, I think towards the overall of the season, I think Liverpool will be fine. But I think maybe now towards maybe the World Cup, I think I'd choose Liverpool. Just because I think you probably had to choose a Champions League team because in the Champions League, you probably have to field your best 11
Yeah.
compared to the early stages, group stages of the Europa League. We kind of field the reserves a little bit mixed with the starters. So especially with Liverpool, don't have at least the depth and quality like a Man City. They're gonna have to be playing basically 3 games a week. Technically not, but still 3 games a week. And especially if they do win their games against in the Carabao Cup and in the FA Cup, and that could actually probably come back to haunt them. So at least for now, for the near future, maybe towards the World Cup, I'd say Liverpool right now.
Okay.
I'll agree with Liverpool. They have a tougher schedule, but I mean, looking at Spurs, they also have like a what's it called? A tight week.
Yeah.
You know, they're also in Champions League, but they do out of all the Champions League group, they do have probably the easiest ones.
Easiest one for the
Probably.
opponents, you mean, right?
Opponent what?
Easiest group for the opponents, right?
Oh shit.
Wow. Stay in Europa League, bro. But anyways,
Wow.
um
Has anyone ever noticed that the Champions League just like lost its luster recently?
Yeah,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
Lost-
Like it's
lost-
just
lost
not
its-
that
lost
great.
its
of a
magic.
competition.
yeah, y'all still watch
Like,
the final.
I don't feel it. You know? What I mean?
Y'all still
I don't
watch
feel
the
it.
games.
Because
Like the song isn't even
because
nearly
the-
as catchy
Still
anymore.
watch-
Like
it's the only thing
We're
on TV.
just used to Rob winning it all. So
Well, here's the thing, like I'm speaking and I'm like, and then all of a sudden like I'm being interrupted. So
oh,
like,
you're right.
I mean, that comes with the territory, being a Spurs fan.
You
I
can
mean,
go
I thought
ahead.
knew
You can
that.
go ahead. Sorry, Josie.
Anyways.
Try again. Pick a different answer, but try again.
all of
Spurs.
us pretty much have. I would say I was gonna have like a pretty tough week. I mean, I don't want the same thing to happen to Spurs in the like how it happened last year in the Conference League, where they just kind of like they weren't good in the Conference League, and it was much
They
smaller
barely
teams.
played in the conference. League.
Can you stop? Holy shit!
Well, look, that's my opening question. I think we got the blood flowing with that.
Yeah.
Not just down there.
I'm
but-
high off a Red Bull right now.
That actually means a lot. So look, y'all ready for kickoff?
Yeah, I'm
Let's
ready.
do it.
I'm ready.
All right. So
Show me a yellow card. Show me a yellow card for that. For interrupting.
Him.
Please. Yeah, show me a yellow card. Thank you.
For
You
freshman.
too.
damn.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help
Wait,
you
wait,
out.
pointing at me?
No, I'm pointing at him.
Okay.
I did like this. I went like
I
this.
just complimented him. All right. So Southampton versus United.
I got a yellow card.
That's crazy. 1-0 to United. You guys turn the season around. Is the title run back on?
Hell no, it's not.
Nah, no.
It's not
Fuck
back
outta
on.
here.
I mean, I wanna point out real quick. Like you look at the win loss. You know the win loss column. It's 2-2, 3-1, 0-4. It's really early days.
Of course.
It's really early
Yeah.
days. So I'm just glad that at least for now they didn't take another L, and they looked very shaky at the end of that game. Just to give my POV on how they finished off that game. It looked like clearly Ten Hag wanted to switch over to a defensive formation so you could absorb some of the pressure and just see the game out, throw on Casemiro, and then they kind of were overrun a little bit because Southampton were definitely knocking on the door, and it had some good moments, some good shot stops by De Gea and stuff. You know, Lisandro dapping him up, you know, a little slap on the butt, good shit. Good game.
Lisandro
He can't
grew.
even reach it to Hayes.
Oh
Lisandro
wow! Wow, here we go again.
Yeah,
yo.
Nick, you have to
Nick,
admit,
come on.
Lisandro, two back-to-back game
Man of match performances. Come on,
He's at least 6-1 right now, laying down.
Nah, I think I give him I'll bump him up, not too much. I'll give him a 5-7. 5-7.
5-7.
5-7.
5-7.
Yeah. We should have a little ranking as to what measurement he is each week.
For real, like
how he rates this guy right now because he's looking phenomenal for you guys.
yeah, and credit to Bruno. I don't know if guy wants to chat about Bruno, but
You know why he
I'll
looks
leave,
good?
I'll leave that to
Because
guy.
Maguire's not there.
Bruno all day. Bruno all day.
Yeah, two games without Maguire, 2 wins. I don't know, man. It looks crazy. It looks crazy.
I wonder how he's feeling.
I
You've
do
seen,
too,
I mean, the memes are all out there. The memes are hilarious. Have you seen the memes of Maguire?
No, I haven't seen any memes on Maguire.
Of
That
what?
face
The
looking
only
off.
one I
The
see is
face just looking off into looking off who knows where, and the caption's always like "fuck" or something to that effect. Like, damn, I'm screwed. There's a meme I saw I think it was yesterday. It was Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, and Shaw just huddled like looking at something, and the caption was "We're all fucked."
Yeah, man. I think more from his end in a World Cup year, right before the World Cup, to not be playing, I would be shitting bricks.
Damn.
Honestly, I really would.
I got like a theory on Maguire, but I don't know if I want to bring it up now.
You got a
In the
theory?
United
I got a
section, you don't want to
theory.
bring it up.
On Maguire, I do, but well, all right, fuck, I'll bring it up.
Okay.
My theory is that if he never went to United, he would never be anybody. He wouldn't even be in the England national squad.
Really?
I still think he would have been in English national squad because he did turn up when he was at Leicester.
The World Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he never got to move to United, I don't think he'd be there.
Really?
I think United put him on the stage
Shit got real somber real quick. Like everybody's like, "Oh, damn."
because United exposed him for what he really is.
The fridge.
I think it exposed him for needing the specific conditions in order to be effective. Because one of the things that I noticed the most is that our center backs aren't caught out in ridiculous positions, which is what Maguire would always try to do. And
That's fundamental. That's not like
Yeah.
a bad runner from no. That's fundamental. Just knowing where you should stay on
Yeah.
the pitch. That's not like something you just learned with a new coach. That's something you've learned since playing the game.
like a basic. Yeah, exactly.
So,
And my
that's
vote,
that's my little theory. On here.
my vote at least is to have Bruno as maybe second striker, shadow striker, have him more forward. I think that would be a much better implementation of that forward spot instead of Rashford.
Yeah,
I don't think
I don't know if
Rashford
I
has
s-
center forward.
I don't know if I mentioned. I might have
traits.
mentioned it on the pod, but I know I definitely mentioned it to you. I think that was one of the things that I liked about the Ericsson move, because that under perfect conditions, we'll see it now. Hopefully, now with Casemiro in, once he gets integrated in the squad, but that's going to allow. Obviously, we're going to have a good anchor now. Ericsson playing right in front of Casemiro is going to have that. We're going to have that creativity, and it's going to allow Bruno to be more of a shadow striker and make those runs and just be free on the pitch, which is where he can play best. I think overall in the game, and I know I mentioned it to you, Diego, but I was just excited that it was a decent United team and it wasn't a shambolic team that actually showed up and played. So yes, we had a pretty good game against Liverpool. We saw the Ten Hag system really work, and it just didn't fall apart. So it wasn't a one time thing. Yes, it
Now it's a
wasn't.
two-time thing.
It may not have been the same caliber performance as it was against Liverpool, but again, as Ten Hag keeps reiterating, it's going to take time. So I'm just glad that we saw a decent enough squad, and credit to Southampton too, because Southampton are no longer, well, at least for now. I know it's early in the season, but they're not as leaky as they have been. So they're definitely shoring up their defense a lot. So big credit to them.
And I want to interject because I am going to jump the gun just to end it on the United. I'm glad that Nico wore his Brazil jersey to celebrate Anthony signing for United because I know Nico's a huge fan of Anthony.
I love Anthony.
Nick,
95
why
mil,
are you rubbing
70
your hands?
goals.
Why rubbing your hands?
I can't wait to see Anthony play. He's
What?
a real showboater, baby.
Chill.
What is it about
He
this
is-
signing that
he really
is
is,
getting
though.
so intrigued?
He really is.
95 mil for a guy who scored 7 league goals.
Chill.
in Eredivisie?
It was only 60 because we paid 30 for Ericsson. If you want to look at it that way.
Oh man, I can't wait to see Anthony Jadon Sancho pairing doing the same exact thing, just doing up fucking ball rolls and try to do nutmegs. I can't wait.
Nick,
Can't wait.
I-
Flirting versus harassment, baby.
I actually after you're seeing this signing which is most likely over the line now,
Yeah.
soon to be, seeing the Casemiro signing and the deal behind that, I'm actually falling more in your camp, as I don't think it's the Glazers to blame anymore, because to me this is bad business.
Look,
With multiple signings
watch.
out in the same window, and yet the United fans seem to actually be okay with it. Not saying you guys, but the online hostility has calmed down.
It definitely has. No, it definitely has.
And that was-
And they're trying to keep that shit alive because clearly they're throwing them a bone.
This is it.
They're throwing them a bone, and
100 mil.
we can't be
Yeah, because
This
it's
is bad
it-
business.
blindsided by
And
that.
it's not even like 60 mil plus 30 mil add-ons. They're paying 95 mil up front.
And they're giving the Casemiro what 400K is it roughly?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
that's
think
that
it's-
was
I
the
think it was
rumor,
like
but
300
I
maybe.
haven't seen anything.
But it,
I saw it
to
was
me-
closer to 300.
To me, it's bad business, and like now I'm looking, I'm like, if Ten Hag is approving this, it's not the Glazers are giving splashing cash. There was it 222, I think, mil or something like that.
I
Yes.
haven't seen the total.
yeah,
no.
it's somewhere around that.
You guys are-
It's definitely over 200. Yeah.
Yes, I'm like, damn. Wait, there's money coming into the club.
now. right now. Yes,
But it's bad business.
that
and
that it
they're
works because we've had
approving.
money. Yeah, that we've had money spent. Yes, and it hasn't worked. Absolutely not. Because you look at the likes of we already talked
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Di Maria, Falcao, etc. Even though those are my boys, you still look at the money that's being spent now on players that Ten Hag trusts. I really think it's more of a smoke screen. Like, okay, like calm down. Like you kind of like giving a crying child their favorite toy or whatever. So I definitely see it like that.
Anthony will improve them because they've needed just a natural right winger, a left footed winger. But for that amount of money, I think you can definitely do a whole lot better. And I know this market's completely fucked. Thanks to Neymar and Man United.
Chill. Thanks
Yeah.
to Nottingham Forest signing 19 players.
Hold on.
They've been doing
Isn't there a stat like that? United have like the highest transfer spend on like midfielder, defender, and striker.
Like record signing?
Like most spent per position
In the Premier League?
in the Premier
So
League.
Maguire
don't know
broke the defending record.
And Pogba broke the midfield record.
Broke the midfield
I think
record.
Anthony's gonna break the.
I think Lukaku was more.
think
Lukaku
Lukaku
was
A
more.
little
Yeah.
bit more. But
Damn.
yeah, Anthony will improve them, but I just don't think he'll take them. Like I struggle to see the actual profile he brings. So he's going to be a touchline winger, I assume, because Jadon Sancho is more tucked inside. But does he actually have the explosiveness to get it behind and get goals? Like I look at a Jadon Sancho Anthony wing pairing. Like don't get me wrong, like, creativity is out the fucking roof. Like Anthony can create. Like he's an elite crosser. But I struggle to see the goal scoring. I don't know. It's interesting, but I definitely don't think Anthony's worth that price. He's probably like 40 to 50 at best.
I agree.
I don't know about that.
What do you think he's worth?
I as far as 100, the thing is that I view it as
Like
them
actual good price.
I view it as them getting fleeced for 100, but I think
Mhm.
a good price would be somewhere closer to 70.
How much?
Yeah.
How much was Rafinha?
Rafinha was like what, like 60 to 70,
Yeah.
and
Something
way
like
more
that.
proven than Anthony.
In the Premier League, proven too.
Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
it definitely didn't help because Anthony just pretty much went on strike and told Ajax, "You need to let me go." So it didn't help
So,
because
of course Ajax are gonna milk that.
exactly. So that definitely didn't help. But no, I would agree. Maybe 70 to 80 would have been a
Chill, bro. It was
For
30.
seven league
It was
goals.
30 for Eric. How many times do I gotta say? It's 30 for Ericsson and 65 for Anthony. Okay.
Ooh, I can't wait. I
Well,
can't. I can't wait till until he attempts
Listen,
that stupid
he
elastic
got-
on fucking someone like fucking.
He didn't listen. He
Kid
didn't
and
get.
Tierney.
he-
Oh, he's gonna fucking.
Hey,
It's
this is
cool.
respect.
No,
It
I'm
might-
saying Kid and Tierney is gonna fucking
Oh,
like
okay,
when
came out.
Anthony does
Yeah.
that stupid ass fucking elastic try to
That's
nutmeg
fine,
him.
that's
or
fine.
some
Actually,
shit.
that could be true because he doesn't have his work visa sorted yet in time for the Leicester game midweek. So
Oh,
most
shit.
likely he'll be with the squad and registered for the weekend, which is United Arsenal. Again, jumping the gun. I don't want to get too far. We're talking about United Southampton, but I know you're just a big fan of Anthony. I just
I
wanted
love
to
Anthony.
I wanted to get
I've
you
been
to say-
saying I can't switch up now because I've always said I don't rate this guy at all.
I
but
know.
I can't switch up now.
I mean,
Alright.
you're on your record of switching up on the pod. I don't know.
Do you have any stance on this Anthony character?
I just hope he chokes.
Alright.
Anthony or Richarlison?
Anthony.
Oh,
How much did Richarlison
Wait,
cost?
to choke? Anthony.
How much did Richarlison cost Spurs?
It
Like
Wasn't that
50, no?
Wasn't
was
that 60?
almost-
I
I
thought
think
it
it
was
was-
60.
no.
Damn.
Was
yo,
it 60?
Honestly, yo, PSG. fuck,
Crack
yo.
producer, can
I
you help
can't
us out with
remember.
that? How much was Richarlison?
I think it was like 50.
No, I think Richarlison like 50.
50 something.
50 some
62.
change.
60? Ah,
60.
go.
Wow. The low key PSG doing the business, man. Give him respect. I give him respect.
I mean, Richarlison got the assist over the weekend, so let's see can Anthony do it.
oh, 60 million for one assist. Okay.
Pounds.
Yeah, 60
so
million pounds.
yes, Southampton continue on. I think are they in a better form? They lost, right? Isn't the
Yeah.
only-
They're-
They lost to
they're number
Spurs.
one
game
team.
and
They lost to United. They tied.
They drew, came back against
We
Leeds.
beat
They have
Leicester
one
last
win.
week.
Yeah, one win.
You know who also won? It's Chelsea with the man down.
I can't believe that.
Who they beat again?
Brendan Rodgers, Leicester.
Leicester
Is he
City.
out? Is he, okay. Is it safe to say he's probably the first one sacked now?
I don't know,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean,
It's-
Really?
I
I
call
hope
it.
so because
It's
that's
so
what I said. I hope so.
Nick and I said
So
Brendan
close.
Rodgers from the beginning.
Nah,
So
bro.
I'm way off.
I still got Lampy. Old Lampy. Gonna get the
Well,
boot.
I feel like I don't know if I feel like on like social media, like Everton fans actually kind of like Lampard. I don't know. I get
But
that kind
because
of feeling.
I think
That
they
they actually like him. Like if you compare like him to Aston Villa and Leicester, like they fucking hate Steven Gerrard.
Mhm.
Okay, yes,
Rodgers.
but I think that Everton fans just don't know. Like they're kind of like Resignals. Like they've basically given up on the fact that they really can't get anybody else. They probably can't even afford to fucking sack Lampard. So they're probably like, yeah, let's go. Yo, Super Frank.
Super fat friend.
Yeah, for real. Yo, I still got my money on Lampard for a second. But anyway,
Rodgers.
Brendan Rodgers. I thought they were gonna win that game. I was so excited, man. I was excited because I was like, they don't have a defensive midfielder. Kovacic out, Conte out. Gallagher definitely doesn't know how to freaking put a tackle in with that double yellow. It was written. And then they gave Sterling's a new twerk routine to celebrate.
But look, my question on Chelsea right now is there a discipline issue right now?
Yes.
2 red cards back to back, both
Yes.
of which are, I mean, they shouldn't be happening.
Yes.
They're not professional. They're not accidents. Those are bad red cards.
Mm-hmm.
Tuchel, well, he wasn't on the sideline. We saw him in the stands. Should he be worried, or is it just he'll just knock it out of them in the next coming games?
Oh man, 'Cause I'm inclined to say that could be an issue. I remember like 2 seasons ago when Arsenal would get a red card, like
Every fucking
like
game.
Gabriel and
Yeah.
like Xhaka a couple times,
Yeah.
and then it kind of faded out. I think some teams have this short period where they get a shit ton of red cards, like Arsenal did in that one season, and it kind of just phases out. I don't think, at least in my opinion, it probably does stem from the manager, but I don't think it's all on the manager in terms of disciplinary on these players. Like Conor Gallagher or Koulibaly being like a dumbass for me it doesn't like reflect their manager in terms of what their manager is trying to instill on their players. I don't know.
Yes, nothing to worry about. Move on.
Nah,
No,
it's-
he'll get it out of them.
Well, yeah, they continue. They pulled this result out of the bag, and honestly, XG had them winning this game too, even with the man down. So that's shitty on Leicester.
Nuts.
That's so bad on Leicester. But
Apparently Yuri Tielemans had a really good game. I didn't watch it because it was
Oh, yeah,
one
you
of
were
those 10
saying that.
a.m. games, but Yuri Tielemans no help right now.
Yeah, he did.
So-
Just
Yeah,
I didn't
all
watch the
out
game
for
either,
15.
but just based on just looking at stats on the fantasy side, he did rise up in a few of like the key pass stats and then some of the shots on target and stuff like that. So
Maybe it's time for them to jump ship,
it
bro.
looks like he had a
So,
good game.
was this the performance that's gonna get him a move elsewhere, or is he staying there for the season?
I think it's Leicester's doing that. Arsenal, United, or other clubs don't, because like they're asking like for stupid money because he only has 1 year left in his contract. Like I'm seeing like at first I saw like 16, then apparently it's like 30 to 40 now.
Yeah.
Or something like that for a player with a year left on his contract. So
That's
I'm sure
wild.
he definitely wants to leave. He's completely the opposite of Wesley Fofana because Wesley Fofana, like God say, he went on strike. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yuri Tielemans at least professionally playing it out. But
Mhm.
I think that the whole Yuri Tielemans situation is all on Leicester because they're very stingy when it comes to letting players go.
Yo, what would y'all do? Would you go on strike, or would you be
Nah,
professional? and
nah,
play
I'll
out the
be
season?
professional about it, especially
Yeah.
with the World Cup coming
Hey,
up.
they owe you money though. You want your money. You want your big move. No,
Nah.
that's your choice. What would
Yeah.
you think?
I'd agree with him. He's a captain. He's also a captain of Belgium as well.
That's
so.
true.
Yeah,
Okay.
you want to
can't-
get
you can't do that.
enough games in you and be focused on playing and prepare yourself for a big tournament in the winter. So like why put yourself in that situation? Fofana's not going to get called
I
up.
mean, I
Oh,
think that's specific
what
for the
team does
World
he play
Cup year
for?
though. But
But it also shows us to the character himself. Let's say he goes to let's say Tielemans goes on Fofana. He went on strike with the Chelsea. Let's say he goes to Chelsea and shit doesn't go well for them there. Is he gonna do the same thing to them to go somewhere else? You're paying for the character, not for
maybe.
you're paying for everything what's on the pitch and off the pitch.
Correct.
Yeah.
But
So,
that
you want
also works under the idea that the club isn't the one that's getting in the way, because that's also a possibility. What if they definitely deserve a move and the club is just like, nah, we're not letting you go. Are you crazy? We need return on our investment. You're our asset. We need money. And then obviously the player's looking at his career. If you don't go for that, if you don't go now, he could be looking at like, damn, if something happens to me in the next year, I'm screwed. I'd rather secure my move now. So
If it doesn't
I see
happen-
both sides of it.
If it doesn't happen now, then I'll do it in the winter after the World Cup.
I don't know, bro.
Let's
Look.
they have to realize that they're shipping sinking ship right now. And they
Yeah.
might as well just let Yuri Tielemans go for 30 to 40 M's because
instead of a free
even
next
if he
season.
stays and
Yeah.
he gives him 1 year of like a
What's
good
he gonna
contract,
do?
he's not gonna do much. So you might as well just bank on him now. So
Which I think that's what Arsenal are waiting for. I think there's gonna be one of those deadline day transfers.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Think so?
I think.
Oh,
I think
shit.
I think Edu's cooking something right now.
I think that is gonna be nice.
he's cooking mad barbecues.
He saw, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them is Tielemans. He's
Yeah,
cooking
for
for him
real.
and for his family when they come over. You know, let's get the job done. But yeah, let's move on to the next game. Unless you guys have anything else on Chelsea. Chelsea, no.
Big up Ross Barkley, R.I.P.
Oh, he
Yeah,
left. Right?
he left on a
Released
mutually
by
mutually
mutual consent.
agreed to leave.
Where'd
He's
he
a free
go?
agent
Or
now.
is he just a free
He's a
agent?
free
now?
agent. Yeah, the
The
Heat.
worst,
See, this is what-
signing. Oh my god.
Should have stayed at Villa.
He should have stayed at Everton, bro. Like that's Everton
Oh,
quality.
yeah.
I don't
Oh no, he was on
understand
loan
that.
on Villa.
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, R.I.P. Russ Barkley.
That's crazy. I mean, I didn't know he left. But who should have left after the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th was Bournemouth. After that
Yeah.
thrashing of
Bour-
9-0. But the biggest headline, 9 goals. Diego, you have a stat for me, please. Let me
Yes,
know what
yes,
that stat
yes,
is,
yes.
because this blows my mind.
Oh, the
It
chance,
doesn't
the
make
chance, the
sense.
one in-
It doesn't make sense. What Diego's about to explain right now
is nuts.
is insane. That the quote unquote best player in the world, not anymore.
Yeah, definitely not.
Jordan
Definitely
Henderson.
not anymore.
I'm skipping this. I wrote this here for the fantasy notes, but this is coming in, like factoring in all of the things that happened during that match. So this is Liverpool winning 9-0, Liverpool winning 9-0 against Bournemouth, and Salah not getting a single return in a goal or an assist. The chances of that happening were 1 in 2,367,596.728. So
Holy shit.
like obviously like it's a compounding odd. Like you have to like multiply certain things based off what I was reading, but one of the fantasy statisticians that's on Twitter had cranked out the numbers. He said, he put it on a tweet. He's like, basically like it was technically impossible for this to have happened, and it still happened.
Who was the man of the match of that game?
Who's the man in match? Ooh.
I don't even know.
Wasn't it Roberto Firmino?
Was it for me?
Oh, that was perfect for me.
The
though.
goal.
Yeah,
Probably,
he had
probably the
two-
same odds.
He had
He
two.
had 3 assists and 2 goals.
It's probably the
Yeah.
same odds for that shit to happen.
Damn.
A backup striker.
But
Getting man
like-
of the
fucking
match.
hate Bournemouth. I don't care. I fucking hate Bournemouth.
They're not a,
Bour-
they're not a real.
Bournemouth
they're not a
should,
real
yo-yo
Bournemouth
club.
should
Just
just
stay
hand their
down.
ticket back to
Just stay down, bro. Like
the
it's already an
championship.
achievement. They're in the Premier League. Honestly,
Who would you want to see up instead of Bournemouth?
Anyways.
Huddersfield Town.
I don't even know the quality because I don't follow Championship, but
Notts County.
Somebody
we
had-
need like a
They're in
Who
the
did
like
Bournemouth-
made
division.
it. Somebody
Who
had
did-
never made
who
it.
did
Wrexham.
Bournemouth-
I'd rather see Wrexham.
Who did Bournemouth beat to get promoted?
Bournemouth
Because they
finished
played in the
second.
playoff. Oh,
They finished
no,
second.
they got
Fulham.
close and they
It was
promoted.
Fulham, Bournemouth, and Nottingham Forest won in playoff
Yeah.
against Huddersfield Town.
My man's really see who he wants to
I
replace
want
Bournemouth.
like a culture club. Like damn,
Charlton
fucking
Athletic.
Sunderland.
Sun-
No,
Oh.
aren't they in League One?
No, Sunderland.
Or they're back
Oh,
up in the
Championship.
Championship?
They're back up. Nah,
Shit.
to be honest, I want
I want to see that documentary.
to be honest, I kind of want to see Millwall. West Ham Millwall rivalry.
Fucking
They're one of the
racist.
oldest and more insane rivalries in all of
Wait, which
football.
one? Millwall and who?
Green Street Hooligans. Remember that
Yeah.
movie?
Millwall and who?
Huh?
Millwall and who?
West Ham.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did you ever see that movie?
Watch
The
Green
whole
Street
movie.
Hooligans. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
but
good movie.
Either way, Bournemouth. I fucking hate that club. I hate yo-yo clubs. I hate
Yo-yo
I hate
clubs.
Norwich. I hate Bournemouth. I hate Watford. They
What?
just
Hate is
come
a
up
big
and
word.
come
What a
right back
hate-
down.
what a
bro.
hate
I
read,
do.
bro.
I hate those clubs.
Oh.
Just stay down. Bro.
Here's a good comparison for I was looking for this. So the odds of Salah doing what he did to us was 1 in
What he did to us.
2,367,596. For comparison, to give people an idea of what that means, your odds of winning the Powerball jackpot are approximately 1 in 292 million. So you have as much of a chance as winning the Powerball jackpot as
Wow.
what Salah did.
Nah, there's no way.
Should-
Yeah, no way.
Should have
Yeah.
done that. Then should have done that on
My
Saturday.
man broke records.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Damn, bro.
How many sitters did Salah miss?
He missed 2. He missed 2.
He missed a tap in.
But the
and
fact that
he
he's
made-
gonna get an assist that's
Not even an
yeah.
assist. Was
No.
he even part of any play up to the goal? I didn't get to watch that game.
I don't
I
know.
think-
He got like a
It's fucking-
6.7, I
it's
think,
fucking
rating or
9
something like
Off
that.
the top of my head, I don't remember what the exact stat was, but I think his expected goal involvement for the whole game was just around 1.3, and the rest of Liverpool was almost 2.
Like, 'cause he missed a tap in, so that probably like bumped.
That
up
was
a
high,
lot.
yeah.
But on Bournemouth though, it is kind of an achievement that they're already in the Premier League because their stadium is like 11,000 people. Like
Damn,
that's
really?
like incredibly small. Like you make no money off of that.
Yeah.
Plus, their like culture is in like of like for example, I'm trying to think of a club that's like fully culture. Like I don't know, you know what I'm talking about? Like
Think
those
of-
clubs that are cultured.
Think of
Like
Leeds coming back.
yeah, Leeds exactly.
Yeah.
Great example. Bournemouth aren't like as of a culture club like that. So for me, it's already an achievement that they're already in the Premier League because they're just so small. At least in England, like they don't have that much of a following.
Yeah.
So for me, it's already an achievement during the Premier League. The way Bournemouth set up was so weird. Like, at least if you're gonna set up, you'll probably lose either way against City, Liverpool, whatever, etc. But at least try to compact the midfield, like kind of like Fulham did. Although Fulham have way more higher quality players than Bournemouth,
Mhm.
but the way Scott Parker just set up, is just like I'm gonna just give Liverpool all the space in the midfield, and you're just gonna get carved like fucking open like that all the time. But
Fucking Scott Parker.
I got another stat troll though for Bournemouth, for your favorite team in the world.
Yeah.
So Bournemouth have lost this season 3-0, 4-0, and 9-0, and they're still above Everton in the table.
Wait, just Everton?
Yeah, well, I think it
Leicester
says a
too.
lot that they're still above Everton, having lost that crazily.
yeah, on Liverpool though, the Harvey Elliott had a really good first half. It makes
Saw
me.
his mom pass away. or something
I
like
think
that?
I think his grandmother, something like that. I think it was
Yeah.
grandmother.
R.I.P.
But
You
it makes
have two
me.
debut goals, bro. 2 debut goals with Carvalho. Well, opening their
Oh
account.
yeah. On Harvey Elliott though, like it makes me cry tears of joy that I can finally see a right center midfielder actually be able to control football. It's really nice to see. I'm not sure if you guys have ever
What are you
experienced
talking
that.
about? You have number 14 on that squad.
But it's different on the left. You know, on the right, it's just like I've been seeing this guy not being able to control football. Once a player comes in that's be able to like actually control football, take it
Uh-huh.
under his feet,
Mhm.
it's something nice to see.
All right.
Yeah, you guys should. I'm sure you guys probably experienced that, but it's
Experiencing it
definitely
right now.
it's life changing.
I'm experiencing it right now.
With what?
Oh my god.
Oh, who'd you have before though?
Who did we have before? Well, it was just Shaka, El Neni, and who did we have? Damn, I can't even think who we had before, bro.
It's been so good that we don't have
It's
to.
so
I
good you haven't even thought
don't
about
even
the
want
last
to think
guy.
about it. Ozil,
You not even think about your ex.
Torreira?
Torreira, but he was loaned out. I can't even think who we had back then, bro. Like it feels like
in Central
10 years
America?
ago. Damn, I was depressed. Damn, I was depressed in football. Can you look it up, Marco?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, we look it up. I'm trying. I gotta
Crack
think back,
producer.
but yeah, it wasn't Coughlin. Yeah, Coughlin for a bit.
Coquelin.
Niles.
Niles. Reece Nelson is a winger.
A good example is Lacazette to Gabriel Jesus.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, at least in the midfield, it's different. But
Danny
like
Ceballos,
that step up.
Oh, you had Aaron Ramsey too.
Ramsey,
Mhm. But
who's
yeah.
now at Nice. But yeah, I know. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Harvey Elliott too, Fabio Carvalho too. Definitely want to see them get a lot more minutes, just because you know when a young player is it when they, you know what I mean, like they get
Yeah,
that
when they got it,
first-
yeah.
when they got it, like if they got it, you'll see in the first game. You don't need fucking 10 games like Curtis Jones needs, and you don't see shit. You know what I mean? Or fucking 50 games. The guy has like 72 games, and he still hasn't developed for the past 3 years. You know when a youngster is it when you see in the first couple games / minutes, and
Alright.
those two have got it. So
Well,
Mkhitaryan.
Oh yeah, Mkhitaryan. What did you say?
Oh, Mkhitaryan.
Oh, Mkhitaryan. We don't talk about certain things. Okay.
Ramsey.
Yeah. But okay. Look, I have nothing else on Liverpool, guys. Do you have any other questions you want to ask Nick? Because
Nah, man.
I mean, to me, it seemed like it was just a game that they were waiting to happen just to kind of get that confidence builder up.
Yeah.
who here Captain Salah?
Not me.
Not me.
But
That's
I
the
mean, it
fantasy
doesn't matter
section.
what.
I
captain's.
That's the
Captain Salah.
fantasy section. We'll get there.
Get on that no Salah train, boys.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
So wait. Is this a real train that you're the captain of right now, or are you
I wouldn't say I'm the captain, but I'm on board. I'm on board.
you're on board?
I'm on board.
Wait, on board of what
The-
exactly is it? Just
Not
more.
having
The
Salah
no
at
Salah
all,
train.
just period.
Having
But
no
why is
Salah.
that?
Just because I like having because if you have no Salah, it makes your team kind of look aesthetically nicer. You have crazy 8.0 midfielders. I have fucking Bukayo Saka.
I see what you're saying.
I have Phil Foden. I have Dejan Kulusevski. I have Luis Diaz.
Okay.
And for me,
Oh.
Diego mentioned before we started recording, if you have Salah, you have to captain him. But for me, I look at the opposite, where if I don't have Salah, I can have an abundance of captainers, and I can just have that feeling. All right, this player's gonna do well. And I can have a variety. I have a
I
variety.
regret asking you because that's a perfect 15, fantasy 15
Either way.
segment right there.
Either way,
but-
either way. It's
Yeah.
still,
Okay, that's a fair point though. I didn't even think about that. But is there anything on the actual footballing aspect
I
of it
can't wait for
that,
Salah to fucking haul, bro.
I can't wait.
that you think is any truth to that?
No. He looks the same exact player that he did
Okay.
last season. It's
No
just,
worries. This is just one of those
yeah.
games that we could have won a lottery and it still would have happened.
yeah, probably.
It's crazy. That's a coincidence, right? Man City come from behind, like I said before, 4-2 against Palace. Haaland is here with the Hattie. But that Crystal Palace project, man, it looks promising.
It does. It does. They were doing really well. But my question is, how's Man City going to do against like a top 16?
Thank you for asking that because they're fragile
because-
twice.
Yeah, they came back
Damn,
for a draw
Eric
against
smell
Newcastle.
blood, bro. Eric smell blood.
Ooh, invincibles. Sorry.
Like can they
Too excited.
can they do it? Can they hold it out? I mean, can they keep a clean sheet?
That's what you said. Oh, sorry.
That's I mean, there's so many questions with Man City right now. Can they keep a clean sheet? Can they come back from 2-0, 3-0 deficit against a top
Against
top team,
Anfield.
Liverpool, Spurs, United. So Arsenal, fine. I'll show you some respect. I'll show you some
Yeah,
respect.
please, the fuck?
Dang, yo, bro.
Top of the table right now, bro. Please show some
I
respect.
like how he was like, like trying to be discreet. And he started pointing out the fucking bad.
He started patting it.
Right here.
I have
agree,
I have no problem with Man City's attack line. They're doing phenomenally well, but the defensive line is just not there. Like
John
I'm about to get rid of
Stones, what
Cancelo
happened to
from
John
fantasy.
Stones, bro? Don't do that. You're jumping into fantasy.
Bro, the man has gotten 1 point
Who's this?
in the
Cancelo.
in fantasy Cancelo.
Cancelo.
1 or 2 points in the past
I mean,
2 or 3
I mean,
weeks.
He
The
also
only-
said drop Haaland and
Damn.
I never said drop
no,
Haaland.
I didn't say today.
Damn.
You said.
Wow, he
Oh.
said-
Damn.
But we'll get to it. We'll get to
We'll
it.
get to it. We'll get to it.
Shots
We'll get to it.
fired.
We'll get to it.
Shots
It comes-
fired.
Wow, it comes back a different man. That's crazy.
But anything else on the Crystal Palace performance? Yeah, they went up 2-0. This is the second time that Vieira is. I'm not saying time, sorry, but they look so dominant. They're actually looking really good and playing their style of football. They're not folding to the opposition like.
I'm
Bournemouth,
surprised.
for
I'm
example.
surprised they're not talking about Patrick.
But they all Gerard and Lampard.
It's all about Gerard and Lampard. It's all about Gerard and Lampard, and the legends, the former legends, and they're doing great. And then meanwhile, you have Patrick Vieira on a budget, promoting talent, and he's getting the best out of them. So I think
He is.
that's a pretty good. I think that's a pretty good shout for what he's doing with the project. And I know Nick is a big fan of their young ballers. So
Yeah. One thing I think they will be a very big problem towards the much bigger teams, just because I think they match up 1v1 very well. Like I saw that they were in for Aaron Wan-Bissaka again today. He offers very little on the ball, but in terms of 1v1 defending, he's probably one of the best right backs in the world at that. Like he's absurd at 1v1 defending, especially like fullbacks like Tyreek Mitchell, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Like, can you imagine that, just locking down opposition wingers? Like 1v1, they're going to be very good, just actually matching up and winning their individual battles, which is kind of like half. It's like 50% of actually winning a football match. So yeah, the way they set up is just like very like pretty much primed to just cause big teams problems.
Okay, now let's go on to the Man City side. Yeah, although they came back, and credit to Man City. Again, that's 2 goals that they're getting behind. Is there a sign for worry there, or are they just kind of slow to get out the blocks this season?
I feel like they always have this period every season where they kind of just look leaky defensively, and then they just go like on a 15 fucking game.
yeah, he has one
Streak
Golden
where they
Glove.
can-
Ederson has ended up with Golden Glove past 2 seasons, no?
Yeah. They're
Mhm.
probably the best defensive team in the league, just because I've always said they have a very nice collective unit. But I'm more inclined to say it's more like a patchy, and then once they just start building that like rhythm, they just won't stop. So.
Anything like guys? You guys are just
You got anything
confident.
on Haaland yet?
Oh yeah.
Well, who's the one that said it? Who's the one that said it? Oh, it was you.
I mean,
I'm like,
prior.
who said it? You got serious like.
that's fine.
You're jumping
Glad I kept them.
jumping into fantasy, bro. Jumping into fantasy.
Glad
But
I kept
still, I would say if you got nothing to say about Haaland, I am gonna say that it looks like they're getting the best out of this monster.
Yeah,
And I don't know if
they're
you guys
finally learning how to play
saw
with him.
that rumor tweet. I think it's bullshit, but that rumor tweet, it was like, oh, rival managers called each other in the Premier League to find out how to neutralize Haaland's threat. And I was like,
they're doing it very well, right?
and then someone had posted like the scene from Joker where he's like huddled up with all the fucking mobsters and shit in the kitchen tables and stuff. So I don't know if that really happened. But as far as Haaland being a problem and people realizing that he's a problem now, it definitely is coming true.
Yeah, it's the city's starting to buy into just Haaland, because even on the stats side of it, you see the likes of Gundogan, KDB, their through ball and their just overall crossing output is just increased just because the fact that Haaland is right there. So they're just gonna lob the ball forward now, and then they already know he's most likely gonna be there, and that's gonna be a real problem. And especially now with the way the city fullbacks are now pretty much playing in the midfield now too. It's just more people in the midfield, just more ways to just move the ball around, and then eventually wait for that right moment, and whoever has the ball just beam it forward, and he's gonna be there.
Do you guys think he'll break Mohamed Salah's record?
No,
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 not in his first season.
No, no. I'm putting it right down right now. No.
I want to clip this and be like, 5 months later.
no,
Like, yes, he got all
no.
that goals and assists and all this other bullshit.
In the beginning, I was in the camp of no, but like I told you before, I really don't want him to excel at Man City.
I don't want him to excel either. But
Dude,
okay,
just look at these games.
don't,
bro.
don't, 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 hold on. Don't jump off the ship yet. Don't get off the train yet. Don't get off the
I
train
love
yet.
Haaland. Bro.
Hold on.
I love Haaland.
Yeah, he's a
But
great athlete. He's a great athlete.
I don't want to.
But
I
there's
don't want to
still
love him right now.
There's
I don't
still
wanna hate him.
reasons that he can fail. Number one being
Injury?
his injury record. He's very injury prone.
Yes.
And number two, which we did confirm, everything's spilling into fantasy. God damn. But we confirmed it last week. But Pep was straight up. He was like, he's not gonna start. And so everybody's already calculating which games is he gonna miss. If he's being rested for key games in the league, because they're gonna prioritize him for what they haven't won, which is Champions League. Naturally, I would say that okay, he's gonna miss minutes. I don't think he's gonna have the amount of time required to break the goal scoring record. Now, of course, I ate my own fucking words because he scored a hat trick in 19 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. And if he comes on for a cameo at the 70th, 60th minute, maybe to kill off a game, or they're behind like in this Crystal Palace scenario, he can still fucking do damage. I get that. But I'm still holding on. I'm holding on.
If he remains healthy, I think he can. I really think he can. It just the way he just manhandles everybody, dude.
I'm not swayed.
He just runs through the defense and they can't stop him. They can't stop him. It's like trying to stop LeBron James coming at you or something like that, and you're fucking Lisandro Martinez. No offense, but like, and it's 5 days, not in 5-7 days like
Not
now.
as 5 days like now. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But like, if it's like, dude, this guy is a freak of nature, and I was looking at every possibility of it not working out, and I sold myself on him. Like, you love this guy, but hate him now, and this is why you hate him. And then I really believed everything I said, but looking at just watching him play, it's kind of hard not to, man.
The thing was the season that Salah broke the record. I think Harry Kane was 1 goal behind. And by the way, Harry Kane swore in his own daughter's life that he scored that goal away at Stoke City. Just started in there. And it wasn't his goal. Eriksson touched it. How I know that, I don't know. But either way. Harry Kane, City have a much better team than Harry Kane had at that time, right? And I would say that Erling Haaland is probably a much better natural goal scorer than Harry Kane is. That Harry Kane was before he kind of rebranded himself in terms of having to be creating number 9.
A provider, yeah.
Yeah, but now just the way this City team create chances, you're just dropping like always. Like he just cheats his XG. I really want to go see his understat, check his underlying stats because I'm sure they're fucking absurd. But you're dropping one of the best strikers in the world at just scoring chances out of half chances into a team that creates that many chances. Like, as simple as it sounds, like there's a very good chance he can. It all goes down to his injury record. You know, once those hamstrings start, you know, those 3 games a week, those hamstrings start to turn like cheese strings. You know what I mean, so we'll see. But yeah, no, Haaland's absurd though.
His XG for Man City is already a 5.53.
Yeah, he's already overperformed it now by 1.
That's crazy.
So we're only 4 games in, so he's absurd. His shooting technique is crazy as well. Like, if he actually looks like, obviously his ball striking is great, but that I think it was his hat-trick goal, and then his second goal away at West Ham United, just the way he opens his body up is just so fundamental and just so basic, but he just does it so well. It's just so clean for his stature and his size to just comfortably do that. Like, he's like Dennis Bergkamp in his prime, just comfortably do that. It's crazy. He's not real.
I feel like he's Zlatan before Zlatan, and but just bigger, not bigger, but faster and stronger.
I think Zlatan had a lot more to his all-around game. I think Zlatan
More
was
like,
like,
you know,
more link-up
He was
play,
more skillful.
overall
Yeah, more
play,
skillful, but
hold the
just
play.
use a freak of nature. You couldn't stop him. Like,
Yeah.
you just struck the ball off of him like nothing.
Yeah, like Zlatan, like he was 6'5", able to control the ball out of nothing. Like, that was absurd. Like, no one has seen that before.
The only difference between Haaland and him is that he's just a few feet ahead of him and just literally finishing everything that gets put in front of him. I do not see how he shouldn't break the record.
I don't think he breaks it.
I think to me, like, the odds are kind of like how Salah kind of, you know,
1 in 2 million.
Nah, but yeah, man, I'm on the Haaland bandwagon. I still have Haaland over Mbappe all day though. Fuck Mbappe.
Oh,
That's crazy.
shit. Oh, shit. Well,
But yeah, anything else on this Man City performance in this Haaland debut
man.
of him at the Prem? Not the Prem, but just
And it's not even like good
stating
goals.
his-
Not good goals. Like nice goals. Like he scored
Yeah.
2 back post tap-ins, right? I think
He's
no,
just.
it was
He's,
one
I
tap-in
feel
and
like
then
and
the
the
he
John
just
Stones
positioned
one.
himself
Like,
really. He just
that's
positioned
crazy,
himself
though,
really
like-
well.
He's so good, man. Fuck.
All right, now you know what else is so good. Going 4 for 4, baby. The invincible run is on, Marco. Let's go. Damn, I'm nervous. But regardless, Marco, did you watch this game half and half, right? Because you were
Yeah,
driving.
I was
and shit at
driving
the
the
same time?
first. For the second half, I texted Dimmy and be like, "Yo, keep me updated, bro. I can watch the game. I'm driving."
Wait, were you in what thing?
No,
Oh,
I was going to church,
Oh, okay.
so I couldn't watch it. And Dimmy kept me posted. I know you watched most of like the second
I
half.
saw the whole thing.
Oh,
I was in
no
the
wonder
car.
you were late.
I was in the car.
But yeah, the first half, bro. I even said it in text messages. Like we're scoring before the half ends because we were, in my opinion, that good. The chances were there. It's just that the goalkeeper was blocking them. There were
They're doing
wonderful
job.
chances, and he was doing his job right. So I was like, I'm good. And then the Mitrovic goal came along. Thankfully, I didn't watch. I watched the highlights later, but I was like, okay, that threw me off guard a little bit. But we kept our heads up. Apparently, I was listening to Ramsdale interview. I don't know if you've seen it after the game. He said that it didn't matter that the team, the fans around never stopped cheering, and that's what motivated them more to like continue fighting. And it didn't matter if we went one down; they never stopped, and it helped. Odegaard scored, and so did Gabriel, which is the reason why we ended up getting first goal anyway. So overall, performance wise, I would love to see the second half because even I mentioned it to you. I want to see them play with the 3 in the back, which they did for the last 20 minutes. I think I want to go back and see that because that's what I see that being an alternative in the future. If you want to do it, get the Gabriel up top. Oh, Gabriel Jesus, sorry.
Yo, Nketiah is crazy. Like the way he makes the ball stick, like his improvement has been very nice
Yes.
throughout these years. Because I remember a couple years ago he'd get like clowned even by Arsenal fans
I wanted
themselves.
him out.
But like
Yeah.
that cameo when he came on, I'm like, yo, like his explosion is crazy, and the way like the ball just sticks to his feet. Like even though he missed a lot of good opportunities, but the guy's like I told Darwin Nunez, like he's an XG magnet. So it's just a matter of when. But his cameo was crazy.
Yeah, I definitely want to start off with that actually, the whole Eddie and Nketiah substitution, because I think that's actually a very big point that I made. That the first sub when we went down, as soon as we went down, it wasn't warming up. As soon as we went down, he took out Tierney, put in Eddie and Nketiah, Martinelli, Saka wing backs.
Mhm.
That was
Playing 3 back.
that was-
which I've always I think that's a phenomenal lineup.
that is. And then what, like Nick said, Eddie Nketiah is he's an XG magnet. He will run at the defenders. He will break the line to create those chances, and he did. He had I'd say a good 2 opportunities to score. But I think that's a good thing for Arsenal to show the versatility that we're not stuck to one way of playing. We can if we go down, we have something for that too. If we get a red card, we probably have something for that too because we should now after our fucking last season, of course, right? But to me, obviously, the man of the match, and Sky Sports gave it too. Everybody gave it, was Odegaard. Complete masterclass on his part. Completely dominated the how the ball was just flowing. The flow of the game. It's been a while where we concede late in the game and go behind, and we actually dominate the opposition
Instead of sitting and
it usually goes back and
yeah.
forth. Like it's like a basketball game. We're down and then it still goes back and forth. This time we actually got in their half and stayed there. Like we're not letting you out. We're gonna get a goal here. And Odegaard, what the main thing we always said, he never shoots. He always tries to pass the ball last second. He was pulling the trigger left and right this game. And that goal he got was deflection, of course, a little luck. But you don't get in if you don't buy a ticket, right? You gotta take a shot. So
Unless you're Salah trying to score a 9-0 against Bournemouth. Clearly.
should be the lottery, man. Damn. But I mean, overall, great performance by him. Happy to see Arteta actually seeing he has other philosophies, other ideas.
There's a
if
plan
in
B.
case there's a plan B, and it works. Like I mean, again, to me, Eddie was a great cameo. Like I was like, oh shit, who the fuck is? I mean, he's been showing signs of that, but for him to come on like that right away in a game where we're trying to get the 3 points, that was impressive on his part. But let me see what else I have here. Gabriel, one thing about him.
Which one?
Sorry. Magalesh, he was targeted the entire game, and I kept noticing that every time he got the ball, Mitrovic would run at him. And what happened as soon as he got that, I think it was more Saka to blame on that one because don't put it in the middle of the field, especially in your own 18. But whatever, he trapped it bad, and that once that first touch went inwards, it was game over. Mitrovic, I think he deserves a shout out. 4 goals, 4 games. Does he deserve a bigger move?
No.
No, that's his
What?
level.
No.
That's his level.
You guys don't
Oh,
think?
thank you.
Wait.
I guarantee you, if he gets a bigger move, he will flop.
Look,
You
look,
don't
look.
think
very young.
like a mid?
Bro,
He could
no,
he
he-
could score
last
4,
time-
and I could put money on him not scoring for the rest of the season.
The last
Comfortably.
time Fulham were in the
Comfortably.
Prem, granted he only played like 27 or 28 games. He only got 3 goals.
He has 4 now. So
Okay.
what's your point?
But the point is
and
that's why
it.
he
He's done.
doesn't deserve a big move yet because he hasn't. Yes, he's been proven.
Yet, I don't think
How many goals
He
did
hasn't.
score last
He
season in
hasn't
the
proved. But
championship?
it's only 4 games.
40 something.
Yeah,
Exactly. He
48.
has 4
48.
goals.
But that's championship.
But
But it's
name another
championship.
player that's done that. Anywhere close to that.
Yeah, but those like there's
I'll give you a good one. Emi Buendia had a crazy season that year. Remember that year when he almost went to Arsenal
Yeah.
and flopped them next year?
Okay, correct. But all right, I'll give you that one. The reason why I say Mitrovic deserves a kind of a not a big move to United.
Top 6.
Yeah, no. I'm saying more like a mid-table move, like I'll say maybe not even a Crystal Palace, but like maybe a Crystal
Villa,
Palace.
West
But
Ham.
somebody like that,
Maybe a West Ham.
But I-
rare now. West Ham.
Maybe a West Ham.
Maybe a West Ham.
Okay, but I feel like Fulham is going to be a mid-table team this year.
No way.
No, they're
No
going down.
way.
I mean, if they,
Shout.
I think so.
Where
I
they at
honestly
right now?
think so.
They're in 11th, so they are mid-table.
Well, Mitrovic is surprisingly young because it doesn't look. I think he's 27 actually.
Oh, okay, so
But
good profile, good build.
no, he is. He just has to I have to consistently see it this season because
fair.
in the Premier League, if he does consistently do it, that'll be his first season where he consistently scores.
Yeah,
goals.
that's where I was trying to go with it because he played half the season not even a little more than half the season and he only got 3 goals. So now as long as he stays healthy, he plays the full season, we'll see what his output is at the end of the season.
Well, look, right now he's doing pretty good, so you have to give credit where it's due. I'm giving him his flowers. If you guys don't want to, that's perfectly fine.
no respect.
But look, one person who deserves respect, and I need Nico to respect it is Saliba.
Oh my god.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Come on, you know you want to sing it, bro.
No,
Fuck that.
that fucking song got tainted.
But honestly, my overall reaction to the game is just continue this momentum into Aston Villa because Aston Villa want to get a good result, and
They
those
need a
don't
good
let it
result.
get to your head, man. Don't let it get to their heads because they're so young. So one slip up, and you know what could happen. The mentality just everything shoots down low. But don't celebrate too much because the celebration piece is already out, coming at us. So, but yeah, and from the outside in, do you guys have any worry about Arsenal?
No respect.
Yo, I did not.
I know he's laughing. He's laughing. I mean, look,
As if that was a
I
taboo
can say
question.
it right now. I can say it right now. You guys are in what place right now? How many points you got
I
right
just
now?
ain't expect that.
Who'd you draw to?
Yo,
Yo, this is what winning of 2 trophies does to you.
and
This is what winning 2 trophies does to you, and then always getting I competed the mug next to it. That's what this gives you.
Arsenal fans will chat up all season, and then they'll chat up to Liverpool fans. I'll see on Twitter all the time.
Oh,
They'll-
yeah?
They'll lose 4-0 away at Anfield every season.
That's not what I'm asking you though. I'm asking, is there any worry that Arsenal could actually have a good season this year?
Oh yeah,
That's my only question. And you're over here talking about 4-0 at Anfield. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? First of all, you can't beat Crystal Palace at your own house. Yeah, we beat them at their house on Friday night, and you said 3-1.
All right, a good season is what?
Obviously, top 4 finish in a trophy.
Yeah,
at
of
the end that,
course.
with hopefully the trophy. At the
Of
end.
course.
But like that, like you that's all you think. Like, oh yeah, top 4, whatever. Still Liverpool should be out.
No, they'll get. Honestly, no. All right, hear me out. Hear me out.
he said, "Hit me out." He said, "Hit me out." Say,
I want to hear this slander right now, bro.
Out of
He laughed. He laughed as
No,
if
I just
he
did-
can laugh right now. He can't laugh. He can't laugh. Look, you are spoiled from the fortunes of winning 2 trophies.
That's
Just
like-
2 trophies.
That's like saying Rodrigo can't fucking or laugh because he's like top scorer right now.
Wait, what?
yeah.
Rodrigo's like top scorer right now. in the
Yeah,
league.
but I'm not asking are Arsenal going to win the entire league or going to go invincible.
That's the vibes I'm getting from on socials right now. Oh, Arsenal winning the league right now.
Celebration, please. I'm sorry. win.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you can't celebrate. I'm actually the
Sorry.
opposite of that.
But
You have
Eric
to
is not all social.
If anything, we're the only ones saying we're not winning the title this year, but this fucking feels good for now.
Okay, yeah.
Don't rain on our parade.
To answer your question,
I'm happy the only season you guys won the Premier League, there was no fans there. Because you guys crumble under pressure. That's what happens with Liverpool. There's a little bit of fans in there. The whole season goes to shit. Steven Gerrard will slip 500 more times. I can guarantee that. That was not by accident. It was on purpose. He's like, oh my God, I can't handle this pressure.
I just didn't expect that. I didn't expect that question. My bad, bro. My bad.
Did
My
I
bad.
expect that question, bro?
That's crazy, yo. They literally,
Bro, no
that was
hesitation.
that was like literally the most innocent question. Man, just laughed.
No
at me, bro.
hesitation. His laugh. It was a genuine reaction. You can't blame him for that.
And
That was a real
the
reaction,
fact that that's a genuine reaction shows me how fucking high he thinks he is. Like he thinks he's up here, and we're like not even we're like fucking the scum underneath my dog's paw. Like I'm literally the shit. I sit in my backyard sitting there for 10 days. That's what Arsenal are to him right now.
Listen, man. Yo, my cheeks
No,
hurt.
the Arsenal are quite clearly the 3rd/4th best team in the country. Are they not?
As of right now, we're the best team in the country. But okay.
You see?
Look,
That's how-
if you're beating, look, if you're gonna
do
kick
see.
me when I'm down, I'm gonna fucking climb back
I'm,
up.
I'm hearing,
I'll stick by you.
I'm hearing invincibles and shit, bro.
Eric,
It's a fucking joke. The fact that I have a better chance to win the fucking lottery than the last scoring a goal is still the fact that you can't talk. Not right now.
Eric, leaderboards.
No, guy. Because look, you fell off the leaderboard as soon as you said that.
Leaderboards.
As soon as you said that, you're like you're
Leaderboards,
5th
leaderboards.
place now. So I'm not gonna say that because then we're gonna end up in 5th place soon. But listen, I'm enjoying the ride for what it is because this is the first time. You know what? This is the first time this happens. I want to say, was it Invincible here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't
it was there.
Well, look, if you want to say, oh, look, you know, if you according to this, then the other, if this happens, this, you're feeding into your own, you know, your own propaganda right now. So don't even give me that.
number 14. Sound this way.
Damn.
So I forgot what I asked you guys.
I like how you looked at Josue for the. So Josue, is Arsenal a threat?
Is Arsenal something
Wait,
to
I
worry
thought to
about?
what though?
Well, I'm just saying, because look, at the end of the day, it's United,
my cheeks.
United, Arsenal, United, Spurs,
City.
not City, Chelsea, competing for that 3rd and 4th place. Yes, I'm not disagreeing with that Liverpool are top 2, but show more respect, please.
But by saying what, you're gonna compete for the title?
No.
Well,
For
how far can they go? Is my question. Like that's my question to you guys. Do you? I'm not saying that they're gonna compete, but what do you guys
All right.
see from the outside?
I know.
Is there like something exciting here? Like, oh shit, this
I
is,
think
Is there an
it could
exciting
be a big
project?
team.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
That's
guys.
all his
no,
question
over here,
was.
like fucking laughing. As if, oh yeah, we're gonna go invincible. Of course, I would laugh at that too, but I'm not asking that question.
Are you gonna go invincible?
Yes.
All right, from a Spurs perspective,
Okay.
do Arsenal look a threat? Like, straightforward.
At the moment, they are.
Okay.
At the moment, they are
Okay,
because
why?
they are doing really well. They're scoring goals. They're performing really well. The fans are definitely behind their back more than I have seen them in the past 10 years. So they are definitely a threat. I picked them to finish outside of top 4. Now,
Hold on. But give the context of how you picked. You're like you said like fucking United up here and then Arsenal all the way down here. So I want that to be very clear.
I did not say
he
United
didn't
up
rate
here.
us at all.
I said 5th.
Yeah, but you said I know you're innocent.
this
in
down
I know
here?
you're innocent.
Is this
But
down
you were
here?
Like, oh yeah, no, you're way better than you guys. Like way better, bro. Like,
Okay.
No.
All right, from the past couple seasons that Arsenal has had, no.
Not last season.
Last season, what?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like past couple seasons of them finishing top 4? No.
No, of course, but
Of course, because they didn't.
That's why I picked them outside of top 4.
So
I didn't
okay,
say that
okay,
they're going
I
to be
get it,
like
I
a
get it,
fucking
I get it.
mid-table team.
So he's saying that based off of the past results, that's why he has him in 5th.
But
without
because of
expecting-
how they're
But
performing
you gotta
now,
change it. Don't tell me you change it. You're gonna change it.
Yeah,
no, I'm not
that's
changing
early to
anything right
change
now.
it.
It's too early to change
Okay,
anything.
yeah,
It's too
okay.
early to change
All right,
anything.
that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
oh, so now we're just 5th with a better chance of 4th place.
Yeah.
You see,
Just better.
that's how low he had us. That's how low he had us. That's
5th place.
you do so good. So instead of 5th,
You're
I'm putting you at 5th plus.
You're
4.5.
you're
4.5.
+1 on goal differentials. Better than Chelsea.
Yo, the lack of respect. See, and to say that Arsenal don't get the most shit is so clear. We get the most shit.
It's still
We get a
early.
little happy.
Ask me this
we
question
get a
again
little
after
happy,
game week 10.
And then look, he laughs. He literally laughs in my face. I don't know what the fuck he's saying right now at this point. I'm over it. Diego, gag.
At least I'm noticing that Arsenal are doing good.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure anybody can fucking see that. They're in first fucking place right now.
Apparently he
Of course
didn't.
they're
He
doing
laughed
good
at
right
your
now.
fucking face.
No, it was. I didn't
A
expect the
natural
question
reaction
like that.
to laugh at your question.
How is that? It was a simple, straightforward question. Simple.
Wait, what was the actual question?
Is there any worry with
anything
Arsenal
to
right
worry
now? I
about
was like,
with
oh,
Arsenal?
okay, maybe they could give me a challenge at home. Maybe we'll lose. Maybe we'll drop points at home or something.
I
tonight.
think
It's simple. It's
I
not.
think-
Arsenal go fucking invincible and win the title over City and Liverpool. No, I'm not asking that. I think we made it very clear.
But you're celebrating as that.
Of course, I'm celebrating the celebration, please. You see what I'm saying, bro?
You're like,
We can't celebrate So last season, we were 3 games in, the bottom of the table, no goals scored. Given the whole context of the situation, we played Man City and Chelsea and played Brentford the opening game with like 5 COVID cases, missing 3 of them starters. And yet, everybody was taking bets. Oh, fucking relegation Arsenal. Now we go 4 for 4, and we can't be fucking happy. Fuck that.
you could be fucking happy.
I think from aside from the midweek games that are happening right now, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think it's interesting to answer it from a perspective that Arsenal are going to play United over the weekend.
That's a good game.
And I think that it's going to be a tough game because on top of looking at a project that doesn't have things figured out yet with Ten Hag, you're up against another project on the opposite end of the spectrum that knows exactly what to do. Ergo, the immediate substitution for Nketiah. All right, we went back. We have to get our claws back into this game. Let's remove someone who probably isn't going to be as effective moving forward. Like someone who clearly has time to have implemented a plan. Are Arsenal a worry in that case? Yes, they are. And I think that they should be for any team. As far as whether that worry will continue throughout the season, that's where I start. I'll put my doubt. And it doesn't have to be necessarily to the detriment of the team, but I think another clear example is, and we were talking about it, Mitrovic targeting Gabriel, knowing that there are players on this squad that have their faults and targeting that weakness, as any other team, of course. But I'm saying specifically with this Arsenal team, they could still target specific weak points that can be exploited. In the same way, City's suffering from the same thing, going down 2 goals the last 2 games, having to come back. Can Arsenal emulate this effect against Fulham? Okay, but can they continue to do that and be like, okay, if we go down and they can fight back and they can rally back? I think if I see that they're able to do that with, I guess, harder opposition, then I'll be like, okay, this is going to be something that's not just going to die off. And it's like they're on a high right now, and then they might come back down.
Do you think when do you think this run ends for Arsenal? I guess my question for you guys.
The
I
choke.
just want to get your thought. Yeah, when's the choke? When is the slip gonna happen? When's the choke gonna happen?
Well, the choke
Against
typically
Bournemouth.
is no. The choke. What? The choke
Second
typically is second half of the season. That's how it historically everyone has at least seen Arsenal to be like, okay, second half of the season, they're going to start off January, February well, and then when it comes time to lock things up, for some reason, somewhere in the spring, it always happens to be like a burnout, a bad run of games. We saw it prior season when they lost against, what was it, Palace, Brighton, etc. I don't remember off the top of my head, but that's what is expected.
So the
second
good
half of the
form
season.
continues into the World Cup, and
That's the thing, yo. The World Cup is a huge
100%.
wrench in
Okay.
it. It's a
No,
huge
no,
wrench in it.
that's
For everybody.
Thank you for a good response.
I've said it before on prior episodes. Arsenal's definitely a team to worry about. The chemistry that they have on the pitch is great to see from a neutral perspective. I said it in the chat too. It's good football to watch as a neutral. It absolutely is. Arteta definitely has everything going for him. He knows what to do in every given situation.
But you're not a neutral guy.
What?
But you're not a neutral. So speak like.
So
Yeah, no, right there.
So we also we were also mentioning it, just how good their left side has been working too. So just the fact that they're doing so well just on one side of the pitch, just as soon as they start incorporating the right side, it's gonna be even more cause for concern. But yeah, they're definitely one to worry about.
Well, I don't want to keep going too much into this, but are there any Arteta outers here still or no?
Nick, probably.
Not right now. I don't think anybody is, man.
He's keeping up with Wenger. of how
Yeah,
Wenger
he's one
started.
game
Actually,
behind as far
Oh,
as
yeah.
his first 100 games.
I remember hearing that. Yes.
So
I
Wenger
remember
had
hearing that.
54 games won on his first 100.
He's 53.
Yeah,
he's
53.
53. So he's actually doing.
He's keeping good company.
Yeah.
Couldn't say the same last season, but this season he is keeping good company. Now with you fucking assholes. Nottingham Forest 0.
Wait, plural assholes.
Yeah,
Nottingham
all of
what?
you. Nottingham Forest 0.
Uh-huh.
Spurs 2.
I think it's I just want to jump in. I think it's the end of the road for Sonny.
Ooh, I have that right
I
there.
think it's the end of the road for Sonny.
Charleston.
But go ahead, Dyer. It's your go.
I- Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead. Go.
So why is it out for Sonny, Diego?
Okay, I think it's the end of the road for Sonny for two reasons. Number one, I know that clearly there are lots of players that play past 30. They may even not even like they achieve their peak or their prime, but they're able to extend it throughout maybe 30, 31, 32, 33. We're seeing that with several players. Am I saying that maybe Son can't do that? I can't say. But the second factor, which is why I believe is the end of the road for Sonny, is that Conte was very clearly saying, which he came out today to be like, "Nah, you guys are twisting my words. I didn't say none of that." But he clearly was quoted saying, "You're going to see Richarlison more in this 11. You're going to see him get more starting roles in our matches." I'm paraphrasing, of course. But he's only going to drop Son for Richarlison. He's not going to put him ahead of Harry Kane. And he's not going to forego the creativity that he's found with Kulusevski after making that signing. So I just feel like, sadly, Human Son is going to be phased out. And where does he go? That's the other thing too, which I was thinking about today. Is like I think it also spells a doom for him because where is Son gonna go? Because he's not cheap. They're not going to sell him for cheap if they do. But where else would he fit? And what other team would he go? I think he has a niche in Spurs where he's definitely built it. He's played fantastic, magnificent for them. But I think because of that niche, at least maybe I'm fucking stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about clearly, but I feel like other teams might be like, this guy may not fit for the system that we have. Can he replace and walk into other clubs starting 11s? Absolutely, because he has the quality to do it. But I don't know. For some reason, it's this weird thing. I don't know if I'm alone in it, but I sit here and I'm like, well, can Spurs go to? And then I just blink. I blink. The only name that honestly comes up is maybe Bayern.
Nah, I'm thinking about Atletico Madrid.
Atletico?
Mhm.
I don't know,
I think
bro.
I'll say at Tottenham.
Dyer, I
No, if
think
he
No,
were to leave,
I think
that's a big question.
I think Sonny's gonna stay at Tottenham. I think Richarlison is a Kane replacement because you don't know what Kane is going to do because Bayern are actually coming for him. He had connection with Madrid in the past couple of years, so I honestly think it's going to be
Yeah?
Yeah.
You gonna hit us with it?
yeah.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
okay.
hitting.
All right, we're gonna put it on. Simple hat time, guys. Okay. All right.
This is Dyer's conspiracy theory because this is a big
All right,
one.
go ahead,
Harry
go ahead,
Kane.
Dyer.
For Harry Kane.
Okay, go ahead, Dyer. We're listening, bro. Hit us.
All right.
You have to
We're
say
listening.
officially
So-
though. You have to say officially it's tinfoil hat time. Go ahead.
It's tinfoil hat time.
Oh shit.
Oh,
It broke.
shit.
Okay.
He does not put it
Get
on.
the fucking string.
The man has a childhood.
No, I don't have to have mine. So
No, you don't have to have yours on.
Yeah.
Just imbue your conspiracy.
Just hold it up there. Just hold it up there.
We'll receive it with our tinfoil hats. So go ahead.
I don't think Richarlison is Son's replacement. I think Richarlison is Kane's replacement, not after this season, but for seasons to come. Because Harry Kane has been in connections with so many teams in the past years. Madrid, Man City, Bayern, who knows, PSG maybe in the future.
So let me get this straight. Kane's out after the season.
No, not after the season, because he did work on an extension.
Oh.
So
Oh,
did you not just hear what I just said? Did you not just hear what I said?
Replacement for Harry Kane in 3 years. That's not replacement, bro.
I literally said not after this season. I said
okay.
not after
Bro, I
this
had a
season.
feeling it was
False
like, what
alarm.
is he even talking about for us to be tinfoil hat time?
False alarm. False alarm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you broke that out too early.
I mean,
We wasted our debut of tinfoil hat time.
That was a bad debut.
premature.
That was a bad debut.
Premature.
That was the
Who had a bad debut?
y'all looked at each other like, "Fuck this."
It was a premature.
We gotta add the sound.
It's gonna be the replacement for 3 years.
We gotta add the.
I think no.
we gotta add
It's
the
just,
sound.
it's just Son is a Spurs. Son is going to stay at Spurs.
Is he gonna retire there though? Like I don't know.
Retired.
How old is he?
Retired. He's
He's
our
30.
age.
He's gonna be 31.
Son?
Son, yes.
No, he's our age.
But
He's
how old are
30
we?
now.
How old are you?
How old
guys?
are we?
Oh shit, we're
30.
30.
Oh,
He's 30 now. Look
He's
it up.
ours.
Look it up.
Wait,
Nigga,
wait,
how old
wait,
you
wait.
fucking say no?
That what I'm really curious is how old did you think you were?
I was still 29.
Shit, that's
I've been-
my,
I've
that's
been
my
thir-
age. That's my
When's his birthday? When's his birthday?
It's
That's what I wanna see.
July, I
When's his
think.
birthday?
July, I believe. Let me see.
Bro,
This is
this is a shit
shambolic
show, bro.
right now.
It is a shit show. I'm still high off of Red Bull. I can't
Fucking
even find
Americans,
him.
bro. Fucking Americans.
Fucking Yanks.
Fucking Americans, man.
Yeah,
He's 30.
he's 30. He just turned 30.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's
I-
going
I-
anywhere.
but I don't-
think he's gonna be phased
But
out.
I
with
don't.
Charlotteson's
I
replacement.
don't think he's leaving after this season, though. I honestly
I
think
think
it will
he
be
is,
next
bro.
season if it were to be Son or if it were to be Kane. It'd be one of them.
All right, Nick, hit it.
All right. So we were talking about records. We were briefly talking about Harry Kane.
Is this tinfoil hat time?
No,
No.
No. This that time.
it's
Okay.
that
It's
time.
stats. It's stats.
This is pointless stats, whatever.
Go for
All
it.
that for
That's not
nothing.
what it was.
All that for All right. So I'm gonna bring this up. So Alan Shearer versus Harry Kane after 286 Premier League games. So Alan Shearer was 31 years old and some change. And Harry Kane is 29 years old and some change. So after 286 Premier League games, Alan Shearer had 186 goals. After 286 Premier League games, Harry Kane currently has 187 goals. So the question is, do you guys think Harry Kane will break Alan Shearer's Premier League record of 260 Premier League goals scored?
If he stays, if he stays in the Premier League, yes.
I think that's why I think he'll stay in the Premier League because I'm pretty sure he wants to break that record.
Yeah.
So he gave out on chasing big trophies then.
For that, that's ridiculous.
I just for me,
Oh, he
I've
just
always,
turned 29. Okay.
just-
I've always
turned
seen
29.
Harry Kane as just the type to just stay in England. I don't know.
Well, most Englishmen have the tendency to just stay in the Prem. I remember talking about that, or at least mentioning that sometime before. There's just not many Englishmen outside.
Last episode. you
How
Last
long?
episode, yeah.
How long is Conte there for?
He usually stays at a single club for 3 years.
So
This is the
their
third.
third year. So after this,
No, this is his second year.
second full
Two
year.
and a half.
Oh, 2.5
Year and a
years,
half.
yeah.
No, year and a half.
It's a year and a half.
Yeah, he came in.
Oh, yes.
Literally in
Oh my
November of
God,
last
yes, yes,
season.
yes,
Really?
last season,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes,
Jeez,
yes, yes,
that's
yes.
pretty good. All right, so
He's not even there. He's not. It's not even been a year yet.
Oh, what I'm asking is,
What are you asking?
Harry Kane is expecting to win a trophy at Spurs.
Hopefully,
I don't-
hopefully
that's
Spurs
the
to win a
thing.
trophy.
That's the thing. I don't
Is
think
Conte the
so,
guy to
man.
do this? Like,
He's supposed to be. He's
supposed to be.
It's looking like it is.
He's supposed to be. Yes,
games
it
in.
is. It is.
Like if any coach
See,
that
4 games in, it is looking like it is. But
No,
fucking
no.
4 games in, we winning. No. You will crumble. You will crumble soon.
hey, I'm saying it should be. It should be because after Conte, it's going to be way too hard to find a coach that could actually lead them at least to stay in the top
So,
4.
assuming Conte stays for the 3 years, we have another year and a half left till he's out.
Give or take.
So that means he would have to win a trophy within the next 2 years.
Any trophy?
And he's, yeah.
Any.
Or, because after that, I mean, to replace a Conte team with the right manager in that time, who knows what's going to happen at that time? Kane leave or does he go?
No, but do you guys think he'll break his record? I'm sure his record.
Within
Yes.
next
Back to the
2 years?
original question.
Harry Kane
Yeah, how
will
long is he
be
gonna
Alan
be there,
Shearer's
though?
record.
Will he be there? Is my question.
I think
What
he
is
will
it,
be there.
260, right?
260,
What's
correct?
he at right now?
He's Harry Kane is currently at
187.
187, so he is.
And Shearer did it with 2
73
teams, Blackburn and Newcastle.
73 goals behind Alan Shearer. So if you think about it, Harry Kane probably scored 20 league goals minimum
so.
every season.
Nah,
He can do it.
If he scores for the next 4 years, that's
Rough.
80 goals.
That's
I
rough.
don't think so.
I don't know.
I think so.
it's
He's
getting
currently
harder and
29.
harder. I think it's only getting harder and harder, and
Yeah, I
he's
don't
only
think
getting
so.
older and older.
And you also have to take into account, like you just said, actually, he's turned into more of a provider. He's not gonna be sitting up front like a Haaland type. Give me all, gobble him up, score the goals, tap ins,
Still our leader
volleys,
goal
headers,
scorer.
whatever. If anything, he's done more to improve his all around game, which has been
Mhm.
nice to see
Yeah.
because we saw that partnership with Son and the combinations, blah blah blah. My verdict is no. I think Alan Shearer survives. I think his record survives.
I'm with you on that.
I think Kane breaks it.
I think
That's
Kane
wild.
just breaks it, and if he doesn't, it's going to be really close.
So you're covering all your bases.
Nick, are you worried
Pretty
about
much.
Spurs? You see the reaction. You see the reaction.
He's
You
smiling.
see the reaction.
Because he knew the question that was
No, you
going
see
up.
the reaction. No, he didn't know what question was coming up.
Are you worried? Am I worried about Spurs?
No,
Challenge you for the
I
title?
don't want to hear your answer. I just want to see your reaction. That's the only reason why I asked.
Yeah, come on.
Are you,
come
okay,
on, bro.
Nick. Are you worried about Spurs?
No.
No. Okay.
I've already said I like Spurs. I like a lot of their players. I like Conte, I like Kane. You guys all know that, but
Yeah.
I don't think they'll challenge for the Premier League title.
Do you think they'll challenge for the FA Cup,
Yeah, of course.
EFL,
Yeah, of
Champions League?
course. Champions League is a whole nother topic because I want to get into. We'll discuss that because Antonio Conte's football should suit knockout football, but for some reason he has his juju in the Champions League. But that's another conversation.
Okay.
Harry Kane though, I think he will break it because if you think
know.
about it, Ronaldo's currently 37. Obviously, Ronaldo just came into the league last season, and he was 37. For me, it just seems like Harry Kane is that kind of person to just stay in the league. I don't know.
I don't think
but-
he's gonna have that longevity though to put in up until if he gets to 35, 36. Obviously, it's the longer you're in the league, the better chance you have. Like I get that, but I don't think I think he might either age or maybe I don't know injury, whatever. Age or injury, I don't think he makes it to that far. So that's why.
Well, only time will tell.
Only time.
Only time will tell.
Well, look, if you guys are cool with moving on, I think we gotta keep this going.
All I need
because
to
we are
All I need to
Jesus.
say is that
pretty hard.
Son needs to kick it up. He hasn't been showing at all.
That's what I'm saying. End of the
He
road.
hasn't been
End of the
doing.
road.
Damn, son. All right. Some other results around the league. Brentford 1, Everton 1. Brighton 1, Leeds 0.
That sucked.
Down hurt.
That was a tough one. Because that was a pretty good game to watch.
It
That
was.
was a pretty good game.
Aston Villa 0, West Ham 1. First goal, first win. Stevie G, man, he's on the chopping block. Wolves 1 and Newcastle 1.
I'm shouting out St. Maximin's goal.
Is that better than Ruben Neves' goal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Because
that
he caught
volley
it. Because he
was-
caught it on the volley. That's what
From,
made it.
from a clearance, from a botch clearance by
Still yet
Huang.
to see it.
And he literally said they
bro,
were practicing that.
I think
too.
the Neves-
They were-
yeah?
I think
they
the
said they were
Neves-
training that.
The Neves goal, I think, was further, but just because he caught it on the volley, the way it was
It's
nice.
more technical. I
Yeah.
believe it's more when
Absolutely.
you're catching the ball on the volley like that and to strike it the way he did. Perfect, man. That's.
And then he fucking went off injured in typical St. Maximin fashion. So
But look, that's all we got for the Prem recap. We do have some predictions, but before we get into the predictions, we got some other news real quick. Fantasy 15 table game week 4 table update. So other news, Pogba. Diego, you want to give us a quick update on this?
yeah, so jumping into what the rumors have been
Rumor has
and all of these crazy allegations that we see on Twitter, online. It was reported that, just a quick recap of what happened there, he was found, I guess, by a group of childhood friends, his words, and people that he knew, who now wanted to put him through some type of extortion because they said that he stopped taking care of his family and friends as he's supposed to, or at least as maybe he agreed to. And on his side, he was saying that this is all stemming from him kicking out a friend that he was hosting in his Manchester apartment, who he caught stealing 200,000 from with a credit card of his. And I think the most damning part of these allegations is that his own brother, Matthias Pogba, was recognized by Paul as being part of the group that were trying to extort him for money, 13 million. So I think that's pretty freaking wild to be like your own brother. And there was some other stuff in there that Matthias had said. There's a nice little Twitter beef going on between Paul and his brother, which I think is nuts. The Josue, did you mention that he's been following him around? Was it you that said that? I forget who it was, or maybe it
I
was
did.
you,
I
Gat.
did.
Oh yeah, Gat was saying that
It's been happening for a while.
it's
It
been
happened.
happening-
It happened when he was at United. It followed him over to Juventus.
was
It's
that?
this problem.
These people
These
that
people have been
basically were
following him
showing
around.
up and being like, "Yo, where's my money at?"
So it's not something that just came out of the blue. It's been in the making already for
been happening for a while.
a few years.
Damn, it's crazy.
All right, but I do have a real tinfoil hat time, so I need you guys to strap in.
This is the real
Here's
debut.
the real debut.
I need I need to strap in. Tinfoil hat time. Tinfoil hat time.
Not some fugazi guys.
Harry Kane plays in 5 years when he's fucking old and dead already and shit.
All right.
Clip that, Marco. Clip his face.
Okay. So, did it get caught in the? Yeah, you got it.
Man,
Okay, cool.
It's like about today putting a fucking training jersey on.
Yeah. Okay, so
Get
it's
around your
Kanye
glasses, my man.
Kanye glasses. All right, cool. All right, so tinfoil hat time. Matthias said that Paul Pogba was doing this because he put on some black magic on Kylian Mbappe. And I think Kylian Mbappe was named because secretly Pogba is jealous that he is no longer the star of the French squad. That's my tinfoil hat time. That's my conspiracy. That there is some weight, maybe not black
Hey,
magic.
what the fuck? Where's yours?
No,
He's
because
the one
I'm
telling
telling
you,
you
bro.
guys.
He's the one making the
You
announcement.
guys are receiving my conspiracies right now through your tinfoil hats. That's why I need you to buy into the conspiracy.
I buy into it. I'm in.
I think the reason why all of this, well, at least Mbappe was named, is that there is some truth to Pogba feeling that he's not the star boy of the French team. Because if you think about it, he was a high. He was a World Cup winner. He was the big baller, cashing in checks. You know, he's over here dancing with the World Cup trophy. And then you get this star boy coming. Exactly. You get the dabs. You get the Millie Rock. And then all of a sudden, this
Ungrateful.
spoiled, ungrateful brat comes around, and he don't like it. He don't like it. As far as the black magic part, I don't know about that, but I think that maybe there is some. Oh,
No.
you gave up? You gave up? Okay,
I'll buy into it.
well, that's what I think. I think that there is some truth to it, and that he really does have some sort of envy on Mbappe.
Look, I'll continue to tinfoil hat time going.
Yeah?
because I'm gonna add on to your conspiracy theory.
All right,
Yeah?
pass it along.
All right, give me a hat. Give me a hat.
I buy into it. I'll tell you why. The reason because this black man, it makes sense. Look, you're right. He's not the star anymore. That all makes sense. And look at Mbappe now this season. What are we seeing in Mbappe that's not as appreciated? We're all looking at him in a different light now. Maybe the black magic is true
Oh shit.
because now he's become conceited and he thinks that he's better than everybody. Bumping Messi, trying to take the ball off Neymar,
Oh shit.
not running for the balls anymore. Maybe that's what the black magic is does not make him worse, just make him hated.
Which does make sense because he doesn't want him to be liked because he wants to be the one
Damn.
that's the star boy.
Damn,
That's the tinfoil hat time, baby.
you heard it here first. You heard it here
Tinfoil
first. You
hat
heard it here
time.
first. You gotta get some background music. Woo!
Some X-Files soundtrack.
Some Twilight or some shit.
Yeah,
somewhere in the
yeah.
background. That's crazy. Wow. All right, so let's move on to some other news real quick. It's hard to move on from other news after that tinfoil hat 'cause that's pretty insane. But I think Let One Disney deserves a shout out from Nick.
Oh my god.
Nobody
Oh
else
my
from Nick. Nobody else but from Nick.
Nick,
All right, Nick.
dude.
What do you
eat
think,
your
bro?
words here, bro. You gotta look.
What do you think?
Nick,
Backhill?
I'll try to bring
Backhill magic?
I'll try to bring a pie for you next time, and it's very humble on it. So
I have to accept it, bro.
Oh, stop. Are you serious?
you're turning okay.
No.
No, he's still fraud. He's still fraud.
How you gonna say you?
So was the backhill all luck?
I got deflected.
It got deflected?
It got deflected.
Hate
wow.
Lewandowski. I'm a born hater, baby. Nah, I don't hate him, but man, fuck. If he actually wins this Pichichi, bro, it's a bad look on me, man. Fuck.
How many goals does he have so far?
I'm not so worried
Yeah,
about
he has a hat trick and then
I think it's 4. No.
four, because one against Sociedad. But honestly, it's like the same way with Haaland, where he has elite creators to the side of him, like fucking Usman Dembele, Rafinha, Fati. Like that's so fake. And then obviously City, Mahrez, Grealish, Foden, etc. De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and he's just being dropped into that. He's obviously a top 3 striker in the world. So I always had the opinion that he's overrated. Blame on Disney, Fraud League, Bundesliga, Farmers League, but he's actually playing really well. He's not just like tapping them and just having actually ghosting. You know what I mean? But he is playing pretty well. I might have to eat my words soon. Not yet. Not right now.
Not yet.
Definitely
Not yet.
right
It's
now.
a full season
Not
still.
right now.
Okay.
And then on Xavi Ball, how it's looking pretty good. That's what 2 games with 4 goals I think that they have.
Yeah, it's just their
That's
team is
high
so
up there.
exciting. Like a midfield of just Busquets. Like the real question is where and when they find that Sergio Busquets replacement, because there probably isn't one in the world right now. The one that probably is in the world maybe is probably in their own academy, La Masia. But that midfield of like Pedri, Gavi, like as much as they're in a shambles in the financial situation right now, like the team they're actually fielding is nice, man. I can't even lie. Like it's fun. It's like Fati and Pedri on the same team. Like that's nuts, man. But not Xavi Ball is looking pretty decent.
Kunde got registered, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Also when I was
Damn.
I wonder how.
financial
Black
issues
magic.
are always
It's pretty good.
The
It's a pretty good.
black
It's a pretty good goal line clearance that Kunde had.
I didn't.
I
Yeah,
don't-
Ter Stegen was we're all for it, and he was all hyped up from because he saved his ass.
I disagree. I think Lisandro's goal line clearance was better than that, but whatever.
I agree.
All right, real quick, game week 4 table update. Where
Okay.
are we?
How are we looking for our predictions, Nick? Were you trigger
So,
trash?
Like I said, I don't want to round everything up. I want to surprise everyone.
All right,
Okay,
so how do we,
okay.
how do we do this?
And this
past
game week, this is gonna be last game week right now.
Correct.
Yeah,
This
well,
is
that's
game
what
week
I'm saying.
5,
Yeah.
yes.
This is game week 5. So to go in order, Diary had a total of 0 points.
That's a genuine reaction. I like it.
Followed by Diego and Gat on 1 point.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, one more point.
Followed by myself and Marco on 2 points. And then Eric on 3.
Wow.
Yo, show me some fucking respect. Show me some respect. Give my opinions actual consideration. All right.
Nick, are you worried about Eric?
Listen, over here I will say, how far ahead am I?
I don't know. I have a.
He won't say until
He won't
next
say.
week.
He won't say because
I know
he won't
I'm
say
in first
because he's
place.
doing some black magic on the.
I'm telling you, bro. That first game week, he changed the scoreline. You know, I gotta go back to far. I'm gotta look back at that.
All right, so
Okay, I'm feeling confident.
that's the update. That's the update.
All right. In fact, okay, now look, guys, we are at a minute 25 right now. I mean, an hour 25 right now.
Jesus,
So fantasy 15.
it will
Or
be
less.
5?
or less.
Fantasy 5.
Fantasy 15 or less. Emphasis on the less.
All right, so I do have an update. Hold on. I have an update on the draft.
An apology about the Haaland thing not picking him up anymore.
Oh, wow.
That's
great.
They're calling you out, guys.
That's wild. Okay, so an update on the draft. I should have it pulled up here. Yeah.
Just for context, like there was this whole not debate, but like just like trolling each other on our chat about Harry. I dropped Harry Kane for Ivan Toney, and yo, as soon as Harry Kane scored, got quick with the messaging, and as soon as he missed a penalty, I'm like, oh, this is.
He still outscored
funny.
Tony though.
It's still funny though. Like, the whole scenario was funny. It was like
It was funny.
it was like, oh, I know he's eating his words right now because
It was. And then he scored again, so I know you were feeling.
I didn't care anymore, dude.
But you
Like,
expected it.
he's
You
like,
expected it.
He's
You
a,
expected it.
He's a jump Haaland, so
All
I
right.
got nothing to worry about.
So, game week 4 results in our draft league amongst the bench warmers. I got my ass saved by Van Dijk. Last minute Zinchenko injury put Van Dijk with his 12 points off of my bench, and I barely beat Josue, so I have him. I had a score of 48-43. Not last place FC with 55 points, beating Gat
Gave
on
guys Spurs L.
34. And I think probably the marquee matchup of the week was Nick versus Eric, coming down to the wire. 78 points for Nick to Eric's 63. I just want to point out that Eric did have Luis Diaz. Eric did have Kulusevski. Eric also had Bruno Fernandes. Eric also had Saliba, Cucurella, Mitrovic, and he still fell behind to Nick.
Is that crazy? That's a strong
It
team.
was a strong team.
It is a strong team, and
That's a
I
strong
was
team.
very surprised. So, a quick update, which I do have the table to update or at least to put up on that. But Nick benefited from Alexander Arnold masterclass, a goal, an assist, and a clean sheet, along with bonus points. He also benefited from Sterling shitting on Leicester and getting 2 points there. So that was a nice double digit, and he did well with Haaland. So those are his 3 main anchors. For his 78 points, he did absolutely well. So just a little update on that.
Who has Salah in our draft?
I do. I have Salah, and one thing that the draft deadline for the trades among managers was today in the afternoon, and just as a pure joke, I put in a trade offer to Eric.
Who'd you ask for?
I asked for Luis Diaz, and I put Diaz for Salah. Confirm. I was like, yes. I was like, if he sees this, he might take it, and I'm screwed. But I'm like, he probably won't see this, so I'm gonna still be screwed.
I didn't know
And
you
so
told me like,
it
fuck,
expired,
just
but yeah. Game week 5, really quickly. Marco against myself. That's the next matchup. Nick will be up against Josue, and Eric is taking on Gat head-to-head for the draft league. So we'll be posting up. We have a quick little post for the standings because we have 2 back-to-back game weeks, and I think it would be nice just to see where everybody's at. As far as any changes, Nick shot up to 3rd place. So the table's looking like Gat, Eric, Nick, Marco, Diego, and Josue. It's still early on, 4 games in. We'll see how that goes.
How's like the point? Is there a big point gap between anybody?
No, really, and that's what's the tightest. Basically, Gat is first with 9 points. Everybody else has 6, and Josue has 3. So it's very very tight.
Gat wouldn't be there if it weren't that he won three matchups.
Did
Because
I-
if you look at his actual points, he's below 200.
Oh yes, he is. He is below 200.
No doubt, you last in the predictions and fantasy.
He's below 200. He's below 200, and Eric and Nick have already gotten to 200. So yeah, Gad definitely.
Still early.
Gad definitely. Yes, thank you. It is still early.
Still early.
I know who the toilet's getting. Who's gonna get the toilet?
Damn.
Yeah.
Pick the scarves off.
Oh, you take the scars off? All right, cool. So we're gonna go over watch this update, some notable transfers. Gat, we'll go over that, and I have a few notes for you guys. So for the watch list update, I'm gonna write off these names really quickly. Raheem Sterling, just keeping tabs on him. It might look like he is the forward attacker of choice for Chelsea. They don't look like they're doing very much in the attack. Mason Mount gone missing is also something that's affecting them. But if you want to keep an eye on him, that's why we're adding him to the watch list. Another one is Bruno Fernandes. If the Ronaldo out rumors actually materialize, so if he does find a club that's going to be out, that was one of the things that I was mentioning earlier in the pod, that if he becomes the second striker, shadow striker, he can benefit from that. And then clearly he also will get the penalty duties back again, which is just for points. This one, I hope Nick will appreciate Eberici Eze on the watch list because he's in the points again. Consistent provider for Crystal Palace, definitely one of the creators. Another name, a new name, a record fee for Newcastle is Isak for their forward line with Callum Wilson out and basically no one else to lead that front line. It looks like he may well benefit from being their main man as far as their forward. And the last one is Brighton's informed goalkeeper, Sanchez. Now, I know you had a few other names that you did want to add to that, Gat.
Yeah. So just to add to that, I mean, I had Maximum on here, but then he did go off injured, so he's definitely one to keep an eye on when he does come back and he is fit, because that Newcastle team is, as a whole, is just really gelling together, and it's really nice to watch them. Of course, the obvious one would definitely be Luis Diaz. As far as the template goes, he's already in pretty much everyone's team anyway. But if you're like me, it would definitely be a way to try to hopefully get him in your squad. He's definitely one you don't want to miss out on, and Gundogan as well, as an option in the mid. As I said earlier on the City segment, him and De Bruyne are just crazy, getting their numbers up in terms of just through balls and just crosses, just because they know who they have up top. And last but not least, the Magic Hat Henderson is also one to watch.
Dean Henderson.
Dean Henderson.
Dean
Dean
Henderson.
Henderson.
The Magic Hat. With the
Give him a
Magic
heart
Hat.
attack, bro. You're gonna give him a heart attack.
Nick's
the magic
eyes
hat.
widened up.
With the Magic
Did
Hat.
It did. You catch it on camera.
With his little magical hat, he's been doing really well. He gets a few save points here and there. Of course, the
Back-to-back penalty saves.
The back-to-back penalty saves is definitely helping his cause. I think pretty sure because of those saves, he is leading goalkeepers right now in points. And overall, I mean, you mentioned earlier, Nottingham Forest made 19 signings. They're definitely doing the business this transfer window, and I don't think they're going to go quietly at all. Those are the ones I want to add onto the watch list. Just to go over the drop list real quick.
Yeah, the drop list.
We do have Zinchenko first, just because of the injury concerns that are going around him at the moment. Callum Wilson as well, injured, unfortunately, which sucks because he was doing really well up top for them. We have Shaka on here as well, and mainly because when you're looking at Arsenal in general, we already have the likes of Jesus, we already have the likes of Martinelli. You want to get some of those defensive assets. Yes, mainly Saliba, but also you can look at Gabi or Ramsdale as well if you need a goalkeeper. For United assets, Sancho is definitely one to drop. He is right now he's definitely overpriced for what he's actually putting out. If you're looking at a United midfielder, Rashford is definitely a better option, and he's cheaper. He'll save you some funds to be able to upgrade somewhere else. And then another injury on the Newcastle front. That's 3 already. Bruno Guimaraes is definitely another one to drop. Plus, yeah, he's got an injury concern, and even when he doesn't have an injury concern, you do notice that he's playing a little bit deeper. So he'll probably get the hockey assist more often than the regular assist as well. One more thing that I do want to add onto the drop list that I have mentioned before, unfortunately, because he does also have another injury and they're just not really gelling as a team anyway, is Madison. Unfortunately, he can't do it alone. he can't do it alone. He needs that team in general needs to figure something out so that they can all start improving drastically. But that's all I have on the watch list. Do you want to go over some just quick transfer stats?
Yeah, some transfer stats as far as the notable transfers. For some reason, there's been 124,000 angry fucking managers that shipped out Salah after that game. So they might regret that
Who's included?
afterwards. They might
Who's
regret that.
included in that?
I don't know.
So
I don't know. I don't know. I would not. I'm just gonna say right now, do not transfer out Salah. Please do not. There's a few other players which you shouldn't transfer out, and I think the lesson learned is with Trent Alexander-Arnold. So Alexander-Arnold had blanked the week prior. A lot of people were doubting big at the back, premium defender, spending too much money. I'm gonna put it otherwhere, like elsewhere in my team, and he comes back and he hauls with 17 points.
And I do have that. I do have those numbers. Almost 500,000 managers transferred out Alexander Arnold right before his 17-point
17
haul.
pointer.
Edgar was one of them.
Here's one of them.
I think so. Yeah.
Human Son with 120 managers, 120,000 managers saying no to him, and Joao Cancelo with 72,000 managers saying no to him. So I feel like it's just dangerous. If you have the premium assets, just give them one more week. There's a reason why they're so expensive. It's because they're consistent over the season. They're an investment that you want to put into your team. As far as transfers in, some hot commodities, which you may be interested in. Pascal Gross, 202,000 transfers in. Luis Diaz and Haaland both with around 180,000 transfers getting onto teams. So a few notes right here, which I am going to truncate just for the time purposes. The template right now is kind of boring. 5 subs means don't worry about your rotation so much. For example, Ivan Perisic, he's definitely a rotation risk, but he's a valid risk because he has a high ceiling. You want to look at other players in the same light, such as maybe even Saka, if you do have him on your team. Yes, it could be a bit more expensive, but it's a valid risk. He is technically supposed to be their penalty taker, even though I don't think they've gotten one yet, right?
no.
That I know of, but in preseason, that's what was discussed, or at least that's the latest that we got. It could be different now, but the point I'm trying to make is that for certain players that may be a risk, even if they're rotated, it's a valid risk. Names like Haaland come to mind as far as like dropping him or not dropping him. That's one too. Zinchenko replacements, really quick. Since he's out injured, you want to look at maybe Saliba or Gabriel, depending on what your budget is. Gabriel's a little bit more expensive. Saliba's a bit cheaper. They're both doing pretty well as far as their output in fantasy.
I just want him to love him. That's it. Like, I just appreciate it. I know Nick appreciates talent. I want him to appreciate it.
Cucurella is another good, I guess, swap for Zinchenko. Perisic and Dunk, 2 more names that are coming out as well. The no-on player like Joao Cancelo, stop transferring him out because he has two good fixtures that are coming up that you don't want to transfer him out for, which are Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa at home. They're definitely games that look like he could be very effective in, and you don't want to miss out. He is 37th in the overall list for goal involvement, which is not very Cancelo-like compared to his previous seasons, but he is among the top 5 for chance creation among defenders, which are led by Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James, Nico Williams in 3rd, and Ivan Perisic. So he is definitely someone to keep. Brighton assets that have been pretty popular: Pascal Gross, Leandro Trossard, and Solly March have all been pretty interesting Potter deployed assets. If you want to look at Brighton and their good run of fixtures, some Neto replacements, just throwing them out there, shotgunning. So a lot of people started with Neto at the beginning of the season. If you want a cheap midfielder, you could go for the likes of Aronson, Eze, Gross, Guedes, Rodrigo, or Rashford if you have a bit more money, or you could just drop down to De Silva from Brentford or a 4.4 million midfielder so you can spread around the funds. The people that have been dropping Salah have been the most popular swap over to Luis Diaz, which is not ideal. You want to double up on the best of both, which is Salah and Diaz and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Some people have Robertson. Some people might even bring in Firmino. But I think it's best to hold back and keep those 2 midfielders because once Darwin gets healthy, once Jota comes back, that forward spot is going to be very, very heavily competed for, and I think it's better to just avoid it. Don't sell Salah. He had 2 big chances. He'll have more.
And also, real quick
I think
before you
he's gonna
move
come
on, that just in terms of Salah, if you guys were to have seen the 9-0 result and not known who scored, wouldn't you have still captain Salah?
Yes.
I didn't though.
I didn't
didn't either.
but because nobody knows that's going to be a 9-0.
Well, he's saying like if let's say you didn't watch the game and you saw Liverpool 9, Bournemouth 0, wouldn't you guess that Salah was involved in that?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes, without a doubt.
Definitely. I thought the
So-
question was, will you have did you
Yeah.
captain?
I did.
Like if I saw the future 9-0, I'm like, oh, should I captain him? Like, yeah,
I'm
of
just,
course.
I'm just
Yeah.
adding this onto the don't sell Salah because yes, the 1 in 2 over 2 million chances is. It's hard to put into words. Just that's how impossible that
I
is.
mean-
It's amazing, but he was still captained by over 3.3 million managers.
Mhm.
So even though this was
Wow.
this was just a case where it was absolutely the right decision, just the wrong outcome.
So
And
it's
that's
wrong
okay.
decision.
No,
And
the
that's
right
okay.
decision would have been to sell Salah, get rid of Salah, bring in Firmino, and
that's
then switch it
hindsight.
again.
Hindsight is
Oh
2020.
my God.
Hindsight is 2020. Hindsight is 2020. Of course, if we know the result now, we would have obviously not.
There was somebody who triple captain Firmino.
Yes,
There was.
Somebody
always
knew
will
that.
be.
There were-
66 points right there.
There
Somebody knew
were
that.
327 managers over in the close to 9 million that actually triple captained Firmino. So it is possible.
I want those tips.
Wow.
Right? I want those.
Let me
Find
let me
out
get in
now.
my time machine and see what the results are for the next couple of
These
weeks.
guys got it. 127 people got it.
So
They
for
probably
cap-
did black
Out
magic.
of
For-
how many? Millions of people?
Yeah,
Probably did
9
black
million,
magic.
bro. 9.5 million. So the captaincy shouts to end our fantasy segment. Haaland at home to Nottingham Forest. Salah at home to Newcastle if you want to keep the faith. An alternative pick in Gabriel Jesus at home to a faltering Aston
guy.
Villa. And if you want to gain rank and you feel like you can trust, you can also go with Harry Kane away to West Ham. But we have them in that order, in that Haaland has statistically the probability or percentage of him scoring a high amount of points is higher than Salah. So they're in that order. And
I'm-
that's what we got for our fantasy 15.
I'm gonna be one of those 327 managers that captain Son against West
Son?
Ham. Yes.
Okay. So why Son?
He does pretty well against West Ham. He always scores. Either if it's a goal or two, he always provides an assist.
Salah also does well against Bournemouth. For me, so happy.
Wait, is it away at West Ham?
It's away at West Ham.
Yeah, Tottenham are losing. Yeah.
Honestly,
Damn it! I just put my draft thing in.
honestly, I'm like, this is me predicting the future, and this is me getting the time machine that Gat wants. Is that they said pick Captain Haaland? He's bench next game. Watch.
Well, I mean, there's
Hey, I
there's
said statistically he has the higher probability on the percentage of points that he'll score.
there's
playing
there's
against the
also a lot.
Disclaimer.
There's also a lot of talk, of course, when you're thinking predictions. That's all it is at the end of the day is a prediction. But given the fixtures that they have coming up, I know he had mentioned it earlier, but there's Champions League that is going to start soon. It's all pointing towards Haaland not playing the Villa game, which is the one right before Champions League. So
And that's this weekend. So
it's-
Forest is
it's
this midweek?
it's a decent enough shout to go and captain Haaland this week against Forest, just based on those results. Again, not results, but based on those predictions. But it is prediction at the end of the day.
disclaimer.
All right.
Disclaimer again.
Fantasy 15 wrapped up. Now let's get game week 5 predictions out of the way, and that's it
Yeah.
for today, boys.
Let's wrap it.
So we got 3 games here on the docket. We have Crystal Palace versus Brentford, West Ham versus Spurs, and Liverpool versus Newcastle. Oops, I just did there.
All right. So what's the first match that we're
Nick-
gonna predict
Nick-
next?
All right,
What
West
do you
Ham
want?
Spurs. Let's do it. Dyer.
2-1 Spurs.
Diego.
1-1s. 1-1.
He almost said 1-1 Spurs.
It's away, right? They're playing.
Spurs are
they're playing in
away,
London.
Spurs are-
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1-1.
I'm gonna go 1-0 West Ham.
I'm gonna go 2-1 West Ham.
Oh shit.
2-0 Spurs.
Thank you, Marco.
Next game, Liverpool Newcastle. Dyer.
Liverpool's home.
Yes.
3-1 Liverpool.
Yeah. I was also gonna say I'm gonna stick with 3-1 as well.
Yeah, I mean, we just went over just the couple injuries that Newcastle already have, so it seems unlikely. But their defense is still pretty solid, so I'm gonna go with 2-1 Liverpool.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Liverpool.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Liverpool. No Callum Wilson, no St. Maximum, right?
No Bruno Guimaraes.
Most likely.
Yeah, 3-0 Liverpool.
4-0 to Liverpool.
Jesus.
It could be a blowout. It could be a blowout.
Crystal Palace Brentford. Crystal Palace at home. Selhurst Park. Dyer.
That is a tough one.
I think there's gonna be a draw 1-1.
I'm going 2-1 Palace only because I want an Ivan Toney return for my fantasy, but I think Palace are going to be much more organized. 2-1 Palace.
That's the only reason why I'm going to give Brentford 1 goal here as well for Ivan Toney, but it's still going to be 3-1 Palace.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Crystal Palace.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Crystal Palace.
Yeah, 2-0 Crystal Palace.
God damn.
All right, that concludes the predictions.
Give me
Week 5. This
Is
is the
it?
last game week, so
Oh yeah, it's the last game
Oh,
week, and
shit.
then
Next
we-
recording, yeah.
next recording we announced the winner of the first competition.
Wow.
I'm gonna stretch you. Lift. like this, like this.
Oh,
There you go. Hopefully it's here.
just kidding.
bro, he hasn't seen Arsenal win a trophy in a long time, so he doesn't.
Wait. What do you mean long time? We won an
FA Cup. How long ago? How long did it take your marriage to win a cup?
All right.
How long did it take your marriage to win a trophy?
No, I just want to throw.
There's some facts out there. There's a fact. We saw me get the win a trophy with less than a year. Put some respect on that. Yeah, see, bro. You see, y'all, they win 2 trophies in 30 fucking years, and then they want to fucking talk shit, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But look, that's all we got for today. Is there anything else you guys want to get off your chest? We have game week 5 again, starting between tomorrow and Thursday. Game week 6 happening on the weekend. Then Champions League is coming up. We have a lot to go over.
Yeah, transfer deadline is coming.
Transfer deadline.
this Thursday.
It's Thursday.
He's thinking about it.
So we're gonna wait until Thursday to
We're
record,
gonna
right?
wait until Thursday to record just
Yes.
because there's too much happening between now and then. So we will definitely leave it for there. It's long enough. Thank you for listening. If you did stick around for that entire episode, we appreciate it. We love you. Without that being said, we are the bench with the voice. The bench is always one. Peace, everybody.
Good night.
Stop.